of the week. Wait for that green light and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So I'm BKRsport. It is that time of the week, folks. It is that time of the week as the Gold Coast Titans will be taking on the Parramatta Eels at CommBank Stadium in Sydney. And oh boy, you know, this is the stream that I look forward to the Titans game the most every week. But streaming and commentating the game whilst being a fan of the club is just excruciating. It is an excruciating experience to sit here and have to react to the game live, especially when the team is not an easy team to follow by any stretch of the imagination. It is an interesting one. I will, before I get into the preview here for today's game, now don't forget we also have the West Tigers versus the Newcastle Knights right after this, which could be an absolute belter. I do need to explain, as per usual, these streams when the Titans are playing are very different to our regular streams that we do for all the different clubs and all the different teams. I am passionate about my club. I love my club. I want them to succeed, but obviously it is very difficult to seeing them succeed, right? So you will see a lot more passion. You will see a lot more, specific kind of one-sided commentary in a lot of ways. However, I will tell you what I believe in regards to the opposition team, and I will do my best to provide as much of a, neutral view on certain aspects of the game and whatnot. However, at the end of the day, I am a Titans fan. I am reacting to this game just like you would react to your team when your team is on. It's just that I'm doing it on a public level, man. So please do understand that it's going to be a very different stream here today as per usual. But if you've been here for long enough, you understand that this is going to be it's going to be a wild one, man. But all right, let's get into this game here. With the game starts in 45 minutes time, so do me a favour, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new around here, and let's whack it in. So the Eels, they come into this game from 14th. Are they there now, or has it changed? No, they are in 14th, and the Titans, they come into this game from 16th position, and this is at CommBank Stadium in Sydney. Apparently the weather is meant to be good, which is a great sign. Now, the ins for the Eels, Araz Nanva, Lorenzo Talataina, Ronald Volkman and Will Penasini, with the outs being Aper Twiddle, Bailey Simonson, Jonah Pezzett and Sean Russell. I think that's actually massive, Aper Twiddle being out, which is quite funny considering he was only on debut last week. He had an incredible game against the West Tigers. That was an unreal game between the Eels and West Tigers last week. The Tigers came over the top of on beautiful Easter Monday. You know, it was an incredible one, and Aper Twiddle came on. I still don't know if it's Aper Twiddle or Aper Twiddle, but he had an incredible game, so it's really unfortunate that he actually got himself injured in that game as well. But they've got a couple of big outs here, man. It is massive out. Sean Russell, Jonah Pezzett and Bailey Simonson. That is, 3 of their starters gone and 2 of their starting backline players. Well, 3 of their starting backline players, but more so in the 1 through 5. That is a centre and a winger gone as well, which does really hurt overall. But we go into their lineup. Josh Papali'i is their fullback, with the wingers being Araz Nanva and Josh Adokar. Is Araz Nanva on debut? I haven't heard this name before. So I feel like Araz Nanva might be on debut. Adokar on the other wing. Will Penasini and Brian Kelly in the centres. BK going up against his old club here in the Gold Coast Titans. You go to the 5'8", Ronald Volkman, with the halfback being Mitchell Moses, who was the captain. Then you go to the front row forwards of Jack Williams and Junior Bolo, with the number 9 being Riley Smith. The back row is Kelma Twalungi and Kitione Kaltonga. And the 13 is Dylan Walker. Interchange of Talon Da Silva, Charlie Geimer, Sam Tuivaiti, Luca Moretti, Jack DeBellin, Lorenzo Talataina, and Jason Riles as the coach. This Eels team has lost a few players. It's pretty unfortunate for them. Obviously, Jermaine Hopgood is out for the season, I believe. As you've seen, they've lost Bailey Simonson. Jonah Pezzett is their 6th, obviously just for this year, but he is their 6th. And Sean Russell, also a big part of their team. And then they get somebody who comes in and looks good for the team with those injuries. And then he, unfortunately, goes and gets injured in Aper Twiddle. So this is it's a tough one for the Eels. It's at the end of the day, they've still got... also, Isaiah Yongi's out. Forgot to mention that. So it's George Papali as the fullback rather than Isaiah Yongi. And then their 2 through 5 has been decimated as well. And then, you're having to put Ronald Volkman in rather than Jonah Pezzett. And there is a couple of forwards, specifically Jermaine Hopgood. I don't think there's a couple of forwards. I think it's just one forward in Jermaine Hopgood. No, Junior Bullock's there. So Jermaine Hopgood's not there. This Eels team this year have been abhorrent defensively. Like, they really have been. I think they are the worst defensive team in the competition right now. They are. Yeah, so through 5 games, they've played 1 less game than the Canberra Raiders, and they've also played 1 less game than the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Now, the Eels Eels have given up 174 points this year, whilst the Dragons have given up 173. So even with the one less game, the Dragons have actually conceded less points than the Parramatta Eels, which is a crazy stat to think about considering that the Dragons have not won a game so far this season. But then also the Eels are only 8 points away from going below the Raiders. So right now, technically speaking, the Eels are not the worst defensive team in the competition, but if they give up 8 points or more today, they will go into last place for defense, and that is their biggest point of emphasis in regards to their team, because they can score points. Like, we go across their season so far, they lost to the Melbourne Storm 52-4. They lost. Then they go and beat the Broncos 40-32. They beat the Dragons 30-20. Then they lose to Panthers 48-20, and they lose to the Tigers 22-20. So pretty much in every single game, they're scoring at minimum 20 points there. Obviously, barring the Storm game, which right this very second looks awful on your record sheet, because the Storm have lost 4 games in a row, and they've been pumped in their last couple of games against the Warriors and also the Panthers last week 50-10. But besides the Storm game, where they only scored 4, they've gone and scored 40, 30, 20, and 20. Now, that's overall, that means they've scored 114 points, which again is 1 game less. It's still not actually spectacular, which shows you how attacking this rugby league season is right now. It shows you how dominant the scores are. Now, look, they've played 1 less game than a few teams, obviously, but with 1 less game than the Panthers, that's still over about 100 points less than them. But on its merit right this very second, they would be behind the Panthers, behind the Warriors, equal with the Tigers, behind the Knights, behind the Cowboys, behind the Rabbitohs, behind the Roosters, the Manly Sea Eagles, the Sharks, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Storms. That's 11, and then you've also got the Raiders. That's 12. Wow. So yeah, they're currently equal 13th. They're equal 13th for attack right now, and they're second last, going on potentially last on the defense. So there is a lot that needs to change around here for Parramatta, and that is unfortunately a fact that Eels fans might not like to hear, but at the end of the day, they are 13th for attack and equal 13th with the Tigers for attack, and then defensively potentially going on to last today. I do rate their attack on a typical day. I do think that they can score points, but they just cannot defend. Now, what's interesting about this game is that the Titans would typically be able to attack, but this year they have not been able to attack at all. The Titans have been really, really poor on the attacking front, but they are slightly improving on their defensive front. Their defense is still not great, but they are in a lot better of a situation than previous years defensively compared to what they've been. But attacking-wise, the Titans just have not been finding their attacking rhythm, so that does benefit the Eels here today in a lot of ways. But look, Eels fans will come into this game thinking that they're absolutely a chance, regardless of the injuries. They'll come into this game probably still thinking that they should be still favourites, in my opinion. You know, they still have a good enough team here. Mitchell Moses is fantastic. Papali will do his job in the fullback. They've still got, some solid backline players of Penasini, Brian Kelly, and Addo. Penasini hasn't really done too much over the last couple of years, but at the end of the day, he's a very solid player. And BK, Brian Kelly, we know him more than you know him, and he's only played for you guys for a couple of games now. He played for us for many, many years. Brian Kelly is either the hottest topic in the game, or he is the worst player in the game. he literally he just tries so hard. He cares so much and he tries so hard. You can never take that away from him, because he does really try his best to get his team to win. But a lot of the time, it will come off the complete opposite way. So that's the thing that you've got to worry about with Brian Kelly. You're not going to ever hate him for his work rate and what he's trying to achieve in the game, but you will see moments of just brain explosion kind of deal, right? So that's something to be aware of, and the Titans, I'm sure, will be aware of here today. But then Addo is brilliant. Now, this is interesting with Ronald Volkman being in the 6, because he was a high prospect coming out of the Warriors, and then he had an injury. He went to the Dragons and had an injury before he even played. And then there was a whole kerfuffle with the Dragons and the Warriors and who was going to pay him. I think the Warriors ended up being gracious enough and still ended up paying his contract out or something like that. And then obviously now he's at the Eels. Now, when he's had his opportunity here at the Eels, he hasn't really been that great. He hasn't come on as a player as we were expecting. But look, if there's going to be a game that you're going to find some form and you're going to bring yourself into the fray, this is the kind of game to do it. Because again, whilst the Titans are trying to build this better, more resilient defense, it's not quite there just yet. And this should be a game that Volkman comes in and absolutely just runs amok here to prove himself as a player. This has to be his game, because if he doesn't play well here today, Well, when Jonah Pezzett does come back in, like Volkman will struggle to get another spot. He will struggle to get back into the team because he has had a couple of opportunities. He hasn't been flying. Now he gets an opportunity. You have to start flying, is what I say. But then when you go to the forwards as well, Watchalong has been great this year. Kitone Katonga has also been great this year. There is enough here about this Eels team that they should be still confident from their perspective in a win. 100%. And it's not just because it's the Titans, it's because they do have a decent enough team here overall, regardless. That's why I tipped them for ninth this year. I thought there would be improvement. Now, look, right now, they are currently in fourth last, but I did tip, and this is only 5-6 rounds into the season, but I did tip them for ninth position, and I do expect them to be a competitive team. But then again, we didn't expect teams like the Knights to be as good as they've been, right? So that will drop down a spot because I would right now definitely have the Knights above the Eels with the way that they're playing. Let's see them play the Tigers later on today, though. But the point of the matter is, this Eels team has signs that on paper they have improvement. They just need to put that paper into the actual game because it has not been working out for them so far this season. And now we go to the Gold Coast Titans. Ins, Adam Christensen, Jalen de Groot and Zane Harrison, with the outs being Jet Liu, Cleese Haas and Max Fine. It really is frustrating to see Cleese Haas out. He's been really good so far this season for the Titans. He's been one of the shining lights in a season that has been tough yet again. They've only won the one game so far against the Dragons, but Cleese Haas out is frustrating. But Curtis Moran comes in, and he's been a fantastic signing for the Titans, in my opinion. At the fullback, it's Keanu Kinney, with the wingers being Silatelli, Faimani and Philip Sami. Centres of Jojo Fafita and AJ Brimson. You go to the 5'8", which is Lachlan Ilias, and the halfback, Jaden Campbell. Front row forwards, Artino for Asul Malawi, who is the captain. He needs to really turn up here today, man. And then Curtis Moran, with Sam Verrills as the number 9. Back row is Aramahau and Bo Firma, with the 13 being Chris Randall. And then you go to the interchange of Cooper Byatt, Moika Fodawaker, Oliver Pascoe, Jalen de Groot, Zane Harrison and Adam Christensen, with the coach being Josh Hannay. Quick little side bit here. I believe I got told that Zane Harrison had a really good game for, was it Tweed this week? So he's actually already played a game this week, I believe. So I wouldn't be fully expecting him to come in. But I believe he's already played. I think I saw someone mention it. I don't get the opportunity to watch the younger grades and whatnot, but I think I saw someone speak about how Zane had a really, really good game. So I've always been a massive believer in Zane Harrison. You guys hear it on the streams. You see it on my Instagram on BKRsport. Go follow that if you haven't already. It's in the pinned comment. But I speak about Zane Harrison all the time. He is a game-defining 7 that will change this club's direction. He is our future, in my opinion. And even though I do think that Jade Campbell has a lot in the halves, and I would keep him in the halves, I do think you need to push him to the 6, and I do think Zane Harrison comes into the 7. And if this season starts to get away from the Gold Coast Titans, I do think that you can take that risk and you can take that change. And then once you put him in, regardless of form, you have to just stick by it. You have to stick by it, because I don't think necessarily that a halves pairing of Lachlan Ilias and Jaden Campbell is the future. I don't think that a halves pairing of Jaden Campbell and AJ Brimson is the future, but I do think that Zane Harrison in the 7 and Jaden Campbell in the 6 is the future here at the Gold Coast Titans, and I really want to see them take the plunge, because the reason why I believe, this is just my perspective, I believe they're not taking the plunge, they're not biting the bullet and putting Zane Harrison to the 7, JC to the 6, on the basis that the Gold Coast has been a cemetery, it has been a morgue for halfbacks over the years. No matter what, they never get it right in regards to the halfback, and they usually bring him in too early. So you see the same, ever since Scott Prince really, you see the same thing with Ash Taylor. Ash Taylor was a prime example. Tanner Boyd, who's now killing it at the Wars, he obviously, tried his very best, and I know Tan, he tried his very best at this club, but the club just can't develop halfbacks. They just don't know how to actually operate with them. You go Toby Sexton, who's now over at the Catalans Dragons and signed with the Perth Bears next year. There's more. There's more that you can talk about. Even Jamal wasn't spectacular at the Titans. He got us to 8th position on a losing record season, but he wasn't spectacular. And then he goes and does well at the Raiders, where they had a really good team around him, though. The Raiders really benefited Jamal because he had a lot more, better players to support him as the halfback that he was trying to be. I don't think that he's actually a star halfback, but I think that the Raiders were definitely able to get more out of him because they had a better team to surround him. But the point is that the Titans have always been a morgue for halfbacks, and I think they're scared about putting Zane Harrison in when they believe and they know he's he's the future, but I think they're scared to put him in and to ruin him, and then for us to be left questioning about our future in regards to the halfback, which is what we are always doing. Please go and put $5 billion towards Nathan Cleary as he's on the market. It's not going to happen, but put $5 billion. If you don't think that you're going to be able to put Zane Harrison in because you're scared, well, at the end of the day, right now, Zane Harrison is older than Lachlan Galvin. So Galvin has been playing in the Bulldogs and the Tigers for over a year and a half now. Whilst he's had his problems, he also had a really good game on Thursday, but whilst he's had his problems, the fact of the matter is that he's a starting halfback for a club that is expected to be top four this year, and although they've not been fantastic, he's been there for a year and a half now, and it's like he's younger than Zane Harrison. So if Zane isn't getting selected, if he's not ready now, when will he be ready? When will it be the time? I feel like they're scaring themselves away from it right now. But also, Josh Hannay comes in, brand new coach here for the Gold Coast Titans, and he is trying to implement it himself and to see how it's all going. I will not blame a coach until a year and a half into their tenure. This year, for mine, has nothing to do with Josh Hannay. Josh Hannay can only do so much here. This isn't actually his team right now. He's trying to sort out his team. He's trying to get what he can out of the club that he has inherited. And next year is when you really start to see him really evolutionize into his role as the coach. That's why with Desi, it took a while to come to terms with him. With Holbrook, we were like a 37% win record. I love Justin Holbrook, but it just was the club more so than Holbrook. It just was, because he's been able to kill it at the Newcastle Knights. So anyway, I don't blame Josh Hannay. I currently do blame this playing group, and I need to see them perform here today, because you can hear enough of we're feeling good. The energy is great. This is a new direction. We're happy playing under Hannay. Well, that's great. Well, why don't you go and show it? Why don't you go and show it? Because so far we have not seen it. A win against the Dragons is not going to overall impress the fan base. Now, the fan base is an issue, and the fan base is an issue not on a negative from their side. It's a negative that they've been conditioned into celebrating that Dragons win and thinking that's enough. That is fuck all, that Dragons game. Like, that means nothing. No offense, Dragons fans, but the Dragons are currently 0-6 this season. They are 0-6 this season, which is deplorable for their standards, right? Absolutely deplorable. But we're also 1-4. 1-5, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it was 1-4. We are 1-4 going into this game, with a loss to the Broncos, 26-12. Controversial, but like, they were the better team. Cowboys 30-16. Dolphins 18-14, which should have been a win, but they just threw away the game as they typically do, and then lost to the Sharkies 50-10 to open up the season. Now, the Dragons game, it's like, you won the game, but it means nothing unless you can do it against somebody who hasn't won a game, who has won a game so far this season. I'm happy about taking the 2 points, and this is where people misunderstand. It's not about being upset about it. Like, be happy for the 2 points, but also contextually, that shouldn't just then null and void the rest of everything else that you have seen so far. And everything else we've seen so far, unfortunately, hasn't been good enough. That Cowboys game was just infuriating because they lost that game themselves, in my opinion. The Dolphins game, they lost that game themselves, in my opinion. The Sharks game, the Sharks were just way too good. The Broncos game, obviously, there was that controversial AJ Brimson try that was taken away that would have made the game a 4-point game with, like 20 minutes to go or whatever, and then the Broncos go up and score. But at the end of the day, it was their fault that they conceded that try right afterwards, and it's not the Broncos' fault that the referees can't pick a forward pass, save their lives. And we saw a really controversial one in the Broncos versus Cowboys game this week. But I just feel like too many people null and void the rest of the season and the surrounding games based off of one win. And it's not their problem. It's not their fault as fans, because they have been conditioned to really hone in on one win, because the club doesn't typically win much. We do not. But if you're still a fan of this club, you're a passionate fan, love you. It's great to see that you stick by a club that has never given you a reason to stick by them. But please stop celebrating one win against the 0-5, 0-6 Dragons team now. We need to see this team push on and beat this Eels team here today. Keanu Kenny's going to really need to turn up here. He's had a really rough start to this season. I back him. I had a conversation with him the other day, and I said, listen, man, God's got you, man. You've got this. I know Keanu has everything that it takes to be the fullback that we know he can be. He played for New Zealand. He's obviously played for the Titans for a long time now. The club believes in him. I believe in him. We all believe in him. But unfortunately, the fans, they are really criticising him right now, and justifiably so. They're criticising his performances. Unfortunately, he has been really struggling with the high ball, and that's what the Eels need to target today. But also, the Titans are not providing him any cover up the back as well. They're really struggling to support Keano with Silatili Faimani or Philip Sami or anyone in general. No one's really there to kind of help him to be the fullback that he needs to be, and he needs to find a way around that. Regardless if he's got no help, he still needs to just find a way. He's a smaller frame. We know how good he can be when he's on, and I'm going to back him in here today for a try. I'm going to back him in. I feel like today he's going to bounce back. He feels like he's letting the team down. It's not that he is lacking confidence right now, and it's great because I saw Josh Haney talking about this too, but he's not lacking confidence in himself. He is just disappointed that he feels like he's letting down the team. He's letting down his fellow teammates. So that is a frustrating concern for sure, because you don't want that. But it's not that he's not confident in who he is as a player. It's just about what he is providing for the team right now. So if he can get one good game of form, if he can get one good game under his belt, then he's going to fly. He's going to absolutely fly, because he's going to regain that sense of belief that he is helping out the team and he's doing his job for the team. Again, it's not about confidence of him as a player. It's about confidence in what he's being able to provide for the team and and regaining that. So look, when you look across both these teams here, the Titans, they have every opportunity to win this game too. And the Eels, they have every opportunity to win this game themselves. Yes, they've got injuries, but they can still win it. And the Titans, they've got a good enough team here to win it as well. But it just comes down to if they want it enough. Do you want it enough? The Eels are very vulnerable. You can jump them today with a win. They're not high up on the table. They're not in unbelievable form. They do have a couple players out. You need to understand that, realise that, and then just pump forward with it, man. And you've got to get a win here today. This is a must-win here for both these clubs. Neither one of these clubs can lose in their mind. If you lose, it is just destructive, because you will definitely still be down there with the Dragons. Dragons fans, you are desperate the Titans lose today. You do not want the Titans to win, because if the Titans win, the Dragons will be in last position by 4 points, by 2 wins. You will be the only team that hasn't won a game, and you would have only... and every other team would have won at least 2 games. You'd be on 0, they'd be on 2 at a minimum. So it is, it's pretty interesting times there for the Dragons. They're really wanting the Eels to win here today, but we'll see how it goes. Look, obviously in a game that's potentially close and could go either way, I'm definitely going to be backing my boys here. Like, if the Titans are playing the Panthers, I would tip the Panthers, but I am tipping the Titans here today, and I am confident that we're going to put in a bit of a positive performance here and get the win. I do genuinely believe it. I have been broken my heart many times before. I'm very aware of what I'm getting myself into. I'm fully aware of the current situation, but at the end of the day, I'm going to confidently back in my boys and say that we can sneak a win here today. Now, in regards to the first 7 games for the season for the Eels. Now, the game starts in 25 minutes time, guys, so smack that thumbs up button and subscribe. The Eels currently sit at 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3 coming into this game. Now, they play the Titans today and then the Bulldogs at home next week. That's a tough one, considering the Bulldogs just went and beat the Panthers, and their confidence right now. They don't necessarily have form, but their confidence after the 1 win against the Panthers will be gigantic. So that's going to be really tough for them. So there is an entire world that if the Eels do not win this game here today, that they will then go on to lose next week as well. And that means they will start their season off without a bye. They would be 2-5. 2-5 to start the season. That would be just absolutely horrific. And previous demons of, recent years for the Eels, previous demons of their history will come to the fray, and they'll be like, well, shit, we're in the same situation. 2-5 is just unbelievably unsuccessful to start the year, right? And then at least you've got 2 wins compared to the Dragons, but also you don't want to be in the conversation with the Dragons right now. But if you win this game here today, then at the very minimum, you'll be 3-4. If you can get to 4-3, that's spectacular. I think that's really good, and it's actually a great sign. But I do fully expect that from your mind, on an expectations level, you should be expecting at minimum 3-4, as in beating the Titans today and then losing to the Bulldogs next week. And I know you hate to say that, because the Bulldogs are a team you don't want to lose to. They're your biggest rivals, essentially. But I just right now can't see, if the Bulldogs play like they did against the Panthers, I just don't know if I can see the Eels beating that Bulldogs team. So this is, like I said, a must-win. I think at a very minimum, you need to be 3 and 4. If you go 2 and 5, I definitely don't have you for the top 8 this year, even though things can change. Things can change. 7 rounds in, you have a good idea, but things can still change. You need to win this game today. It's as simple as that. And then we go to the Titans. Obviously, they are 1 and 4 right now, with a loss to the Sharks, the Dolphins, and the Cowboys before beating the Dragons and then losing to the Broncos. They play the Eels this week and then the Warriors in Auckland next week before the bye. So they get a really good timing for the bye right after that first 7-round stanza where they can get a really good look in at how this team has been performing. Look, both Warriors fans are going to hate this. Warriors fans, you're going to hate what I'm about to say here. Both games are winnable here for the Titans. The Warriors, on their own merit, are a much, much better team than the Titans. Much better team. But also the Titans haven't lost in Auckland since before 2020, before COVID, which is a crazy stat. They're a bit of a bogey side there because the Titans have been awful for pretty much all of those years, but some reason they just seem to beat the Warriors, and that's why it's beatable on its own merit of the two teams playing each other. There's a lot of actual Titans in that Warriors team. Tantor Picky was developed on the Gold Coast. You've got Tanner Boyd, you've got Aaron Clark there. I'm sure there's somebody else that I'm missing, but the point of the matter is that the Warriors should win that game. But also, in recent years, they haven't won the game in a game they were expected. Again, they were $1.40 favourites when they lost 66-6 to the Titans a couple of years back. They were $1.40 favourites that game when they lost 66-6, and that's the point that I'm making. That's why it's winnable. So I would fully expect to lose this game on team merit. But there is just that bogey side little thing. And last year, New Zealand did get a win in Auckland. Oh no, was it in Auckland? No, New Zealand won in Seabus. Titans won in Auckland last year. So, yeah, that's an interesting one. So, look, this is a must-win again for the Titans here today. The exact same thing goes for the Eels. If they can get to 4 and 3, it's incredible. I don't think it's completely out of this world with these two matchups, but if not 4 and 3, 3 and 4, if they can get to that from this point, that would be incredible, to be completely honest with you, considering where they were, starting 0-3 and then at least getting 3 wins across their next 4 games. That'd be pretty impressive there. If they can get to... actually, hold on a second. Yeah, because 2 wins. If they can get to 2 and 4, it's still very disappointing, but that means that they've won one of these next 2 games. They'll take it, but it's not impressive. Actually, sorry, not 2 and 4. So my brain, again, it was quite early when I started the stream. What are they? They're 1-4. Okay, so yeah, if they can get to 3 and 4, it would be successful for their standards. If they can be 2 and 5, then it would be still very disappointing, but at least they got one of the wins out of these next 2 games. If they were 1 and 6, it's the same old shit, and there's no defending it. It'd be the same old shit, and again, it's not on Josh Hannay, it would be on the playing group. It would be 100% solely on the playing group. If they go 1 and 6, they would be still down there alongside the old St. George Illawarra Dragons, and it just would be another year of, okay, we're doing this again, aren't we? So I think that today is a desperate win, all next week, but today is a desperate win just so that you can, at very minimum, have a chance of 3 and 4, but also, you're probably likely, if you think the Titans win today, they're probably still likely to be 2 and 5, which they will take, but it's also still just not great at all. And I won't celebrate mediocrity. I won't do that. I've done that too many times in the past. I refuse to celebrate mediocrity. So hopefully they can go and win these next 2 games. But we'll see. So then we go into the ladder here. The Warriors, not the Warriors, they're in second place right now. The Parramatta Eels, they're on 4 points, which is equal to Melbourne Storm and the Canberra Raiders. Now, funnily enough, the Storm will be in the bottom 4 today if the Eels win this game. So the Eels are on -60. The Storm are on +2, and the Raiders are on -67. So the Raiders got a win yesterday against the South Sydney Rabbitohs, which was great for them. That took them above the Titans. But if the Eels win this game, they would immediately jump above the Storm into 13th position. But their points differential is just so shithouse that they're not jumping anybody else unless they won by 34 points or more to go above the Dolphins. The only way they can jump anywhere above 13th is to beat the Titans by 34 points or more, because the Dolphins are -26, the Broncos are -6, Sharks are 6, Manly 6, Roosters -23, Bulldogs 5, And no, they're on the 8 points there. But the point matter is that the Eels' points differential is just horrific. So if they win, they would need to win by 34 to go above. Otherwise, they're just in 13th. If they lose this game, however, then they would have to lose by 8 points or more to go below the Canberra Raiders into 15th position. But if they lose by 8 points or more, that means the Titans win by 8 points or more, which then puts the Titans above them as well. Because the Titans are minus 64, the Raiders are minus 67, and the Eels are minus 60. However, obviously the Eels and the Raiders both have 4 points there. So if the Eels lose this game by 8 points or more, they would go into second last position, which would be crazy for what their fans were saying to us pre-season. I remember a certain entertainer was coming in telling me that they were going to be winning the competition. Don't know about that one. But anyway, the point matter is 8 points or more, they will go into 16th. If they win, they probably just go into 13th unless they get an absolute smacking, and then they would go above the Dolphins. Then on the other side, the Titans, if they lose this game, they obviously cannot come last because the Dragons still haven't won a game yet. They're on minus 64 on 2 points. The teams above them, Storm, Eels and Raiders on 4. The Storm have a 2, Eels minus 60 and the Raiders minus 67. So the Titans just need to win this game by 4 points to go above the Eels into 14th position. They would have to win this game by 66 points or more. Hey, Warriors fans. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But they'd have to win by 66 points or more to go above the Melbourne Storm there into 13th, which would, crazily enough, that would still put the Storm into the bottom 4 regardless. But that's very unlikely to see that. So, look, not too much changing at the bottom of the table here. It is still very early in the season, but it's not too much changing at the bottom area of the table regardless. Neither team can be in last, but also a big thing is that the Storm could go into the bottom 4 off the back of an Eels win here. So there you go. That's my preview here for today. Hopefully we see a good game. Hopefully we see no controversy. And just truly, hopefully we get a match that doesn't have a whole heap of officiating influence, which we have seen this weekend. The Roosters game, Sharks game was abhorrent, but also the bunker and refereeing came into that. The Broncos-Cowboys game was just diabolical in regards to refereeing. There was the Roosters-Sharks game was bad on its own merit. The Broncos-Cowboys game was destroyed by the officials. Destroyed. Both teams were robbed in that game, and we were robbed for having watched it, even though it was a close game and exciting finish. You feel robbed because it's like you just don't know what the actual outcome would have been had the officials put the whistle away. You know, it was just incredible. But this is unfortunately what it is nowadays, and we're going to deal with it. But, all right, let's get into this game. Obviously, guys, hit that like button and subscribe. 15 minutes to go until the game starts. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. There we go. Gee whiz. All right. Jeff says, well, it has been a few weeks of upsets. Yeah. Brenton says, the number 6 playing for the Eels is supposed to be their long-time halves partner and a bit of a prodigy. Hence, they signed Peasant for 1 year. Let's see how he goes. I've got this as a close game, tits. Is he known as a prodigy nowadays, Ronald Volkman? I know he used to be. I don't know if Ronald Volkman is nowadays known as the future prodigy. Like, Volkman was at the Warriors when he was there. The Warriors fans loved him. You know, they thought he was going to be the next best thing, but then obviously that didn't pan out there, and then there was that whole kerfuffle with the Dragons, and now he's at the Eels, but when he's played for the Eels, he hasn't been spectacular. Is he still being regarded as the next best prodigy? Is he still? I don't know about that. Again, he used to be, so maybe you've still got that old mindset. Not a shot at you, just saying maybe you've still got the old mindset about how he was regarded, but I don't know if he would still be regarded as that next best thing. Peter says, did I miss the No Kings protest this weekend? Case McLean and CHT smashed Max and Josh King. Hawaii says, Titans and Eels, a point for you guys. Hold the ball and please not be like the Roosters and Sharks. Yeah, not everything's got to do with the Roosters and Sharks. Miss says, what was your favourite game yesterday? Not including the Sharks-Roosters. Yeah, well, the Sharks-Roosters doesn't exist in my mind, and I refuse to believe that game exists. I will say the Storm Warriors. You know, it was great to see. You know, Storm Warriors that was nearly one of the best performances, I think, even though the Storm are bad. The Storm are really bad. I still feel like, regardless, to see the Warriors go in and just outmuscle them, just smash them physically. You know, the Storm would have come into that game with the ideology, we're not losing 4 games in a row. We are not losing 2 games in a row at Amy Park, which is our fortress. We always beat the Warriors. We're going to just come in with the utmost confidence and just passion to play for the jersey today. They would have had that thought process. But the Warriors smacked it out of them. They smacked it out of them. So whilst you can say the Storm are shithouse right now, they are bad. the Warriors, some mutually exclusive, the Warriors were also really good and they played a really good brand of footy. And as I keep saying, and I hate that it's just a constant kind of return to the Metcalf situation, but Metcalf's not there, and they go back to their attacking ways. Obviously, Tanner and Metcalf aren't really working together, but Harris Tavita and Tanner Boyd, they do work together. So yeah, I would say the Warriors and Storm was my favourite game to watch yesterday because it was the most quality. It was still, I'm not a massive fan of high scoring, no defense shootouts where it's just there was still quite a few errors in that Raiders versus Rabbitohs game, and it was still a fun game to watch. And KO Weeks, what an absolute stellar performance he put on with that breakaway. But he wasn't unbelievable outside of that. But on that breakaway, it was an incredible try. The point of the matter is that I'm not usually a massive fan of those high scoring, no defense. I would rather a lot of defense, but also decent enough attack that it's around the 20 to 18, 18 to 16. I don't even mind like a 14 to 12 kind of deal, because that's what rugby league used to be. Nowadays, it's just the high scoring shootouts with a lot of errors. But it used to be a high scoring game was like 18 to 12. Like that was a pretty solidly scored game. Nowadays, 18 to 12 is pretty low, to be honest with you. Just Poker says, nice gear, bro. Sorry, Titans Big L coming right up. Yeah, Big L on your forehead, son. Peter says, Titans produce great fullbacks, but the other spine positions are weak in terms of development. I think an experienced 9 would make the world of difference for the Titans. Well, experienced 9, Sam Verrills is very experienced. Not that he gets the production that we're looking for, so I agree with part of that, but also I don't agree with the fact that an experienced 9 is the issue. Because it's not like Sam Verrills isn't experienced. So, like, you would be saying a quality 9, in your opinion, but to suggest in regards to experience, that doesn't make any sense. Sam Verrills has played many years now. He was at the Roosters in 2019 when they won the grand final. Cosrip says, odds on Mitchell Moses crying are $1.10. $1.10? Wow, I would think it's about 97 cents. You lose money betting on it. It's that much of a guarantee. You lose money on it. That's how much of a guarantee it is. I think Moses will touch the ref 3 times against this week. Yeah, no, he's a big fan of that one. Ibrahim says, we should win this. The Eels team is depleted and we should take advantage of it. Kenny's not in the right mind this season. Well, again, it's been 5 rounds, but like I said, when I spoke to Keanu, it's not about the fact that he's not confident in himself. He knows that he is a great player. He knows that he's got the talent. He knows that he can be great. He's not lacking in that confidence. He's just frustrated that he feels like he's letting the team down, and it's not even that he's not. It's not that he's not confident in who he is as a player, which is a good sign. That is a really good sign, but it's just a worry that he's now more so, and this is how much of a community man he is and how much he cares about the team. It's not about him. It's about the team, which is a great thing. That is a fantastic thing, that Keanu cares more about what's happening with the team than he does about his individual stats and what he's doing individually. But unfortunately, that's taking away from what he's doing individually. So he does need to get a lot more selfish in a lot of ways, but also keep that community vibe and keep that humble feeling of what you're doing for the club. Absolutely, great, love that. That's something that I really want the players to have, and I've said this for a long time now. We all say this, but he just needs to be a little bit more selfish now in regards to getting his confidence back up internally, or not confidence, but getting himself back in internally, and not so much thinking about if he drops this ball, what's it going to mean for the rest of the team? Just catch the ball for yourself is what I would say now. So it's interesting it's a bit of a niche situation there, because again, he's not lacking in confidence of his own internal ability. Sean says, good morning, mate. Get around you, Sean. Get around you, son. Get around you. Hawaii says, Titans and Eels tell everybody on your team to hold the ball. I don't repeat of yesterday. Okay. Yeah, again, bro, Roosters and Sharks are not playing here. I don't know why. Every single comment you're making is about the Roosters and Sharks, brother. We don't care about the Roosters and Sharks right now. That game was yesterday. This is Titans and Eels. Not everything has to do with the Roosters. Just throwing that out there again, bro. This is a Titans and Eels stream. We're not here to just circle jerk a game. That was one of the worst games nearly of all time yesterday. I'm not here to talk about the Roosters and Sharks all day. Sam Jenkins says, we get it, mate. Stop pulling it on repeat. Oh, thank you, Sam. Thank you. My gosh. Like, it's I'm having a brain aneurysm right now. Like, we understand it. We watched the game, dude. We know what happened in that game. We don't need to continuously go on about it every single comment. And Just Poker says, I got Eels top 8 easy. You must be an Eels fan because there's nothing that the Eels have shown this year to show that that they're going to be a top eight. But also, I don't put them out of the equation, make the top eight. But to say the top eight easy, you're not watching the Eels so far this season. Again, they are. If they lose, if they give up 8 points or more today, then they will be the worst defensive team in the competition. And yet you're saying top eight easy, and then they're also in 13th or whatever for attack is what we saw, equal with the Tigers for attack. So. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about the easy call there. So that makes me believe that you're a Parramatta fan, and then I'd take that opinion with a grain of salt. However, I still believe that there is still a chance that Parramatta could be up there competitive for the top eight if things come together. But I don't. There's no way you'd be saying anything is easy with Parramatta right now with what you have been watching at all. Socceroos says. Up the Titans. Sam Jenkins says, thinking Titans are going to lose and Eels making top eight. Any more wild thoughts? No, I think he's just an Eels fan, and if not, he's just trying to kind of throw some shade here, to be completely honest with you, because that thought process based off of what we've seen so far this year from the Eels doesn't make any sense. Roger Majesty says, I reckon most top 8 teams can beat the Panthers team that came out on Thursday. They play like reserve grade. I would agree with that one. Panthers played really poor, but the Bulldogs did play well. Again, it's not a mutually exclusive thing. We always have this kind of thought process that if one team plays bad, that doesn't mean the other team's playing good. Sometimes that is relevant, but the Panthers did play really poorly, and the ball was going to grass and just really all over the shop. And they still made a game of it, to be fair, even though they lost 13+. But they still made a game of it if you watched it. But the Bulldogs played well. They played physical. It's like yesterday. The Storm played really poorly, but the Warriors played really well. You know, I wouldn't even say the Storm played really poorly, but they were poor, and the Warriors played really well. Just because a team plays badly doesn't mean the other team's not playing well. And I would say the Warriors and the Bulldogs both played well, and their opposition didn't play well this week. Ibrahim says, at least we see Harrison on the bench, but I feel like Ilias isn't a good enough 5'8" for the NRL, and Jaden Campbell, even though he's been impressive recently, he's not a halfback, more of a 5'8". I would be definitely more convinced on JC. Like, if we didn't have Zane Harrison as the future, in my opinion, then I'd be backing in Jaden Campbell as the halfback the entirety of the way. But I just know what's coming and I know what's there. So that's why I do look towards Zane as the 7 and JC in the 6. And look, Zane and Lachlan Ilias in the preseason played quite well together. But then again, that was the preseason. But it shows that I think that Zane... You're never going to know until you know. You're never going to know until you put him in. And I just feel like if they lose here today, I do think it's time to give him a crack. I think it's time to give him a crack. The Warriors would be a crazy one to debut him again, so I don't think that's the case. But I do think it would be time to give Zane Harrison a crack over the next couple of weeks. Ibrahim says, at least... Oh, I've read that comment. Bretton says, I thought Eels were a top 2 side according to Hayden. He said they were going to win the comp. Moran has been good for us, but Bai surely has got to start. The frustrating thing is with Tino, bro. So there's 5 minutes to go until the game starts. Tino has been so disappointing for us so far this season. He needs to just turn up here today. Bai's been getting plenty of minutes some minutes off the bench. Sorry. I feel like Curtis Moran is the right option here. Josh Hannay does not want to just throw Cooper Bai into the starting lineup immediately. Whilst I do say the same thing, I guess, with Zane. Cooper Bai's still got a relevant role off of the bench right now, so it's not like Zane who's not playing at all. Cooper Bai's got a relevant role off of the bench, and Curtis Moran, he's got that experience. He's been a great signing for us, and I don't mind the decision to put Cooper Bai off the bench with Curtis Moran there, because Cooper Bai is the future, and I do love him, but I don't mind early on in the season right now keeping Curtis Moran there as the replacement for Cleese Haas. Cosrip says, yeah, and Astor and NRL 360 talking like Ilias is the top half that was held back by Shane Flano. He is a top first grader. He was in reserve grade and released by South as well. What a knob. And Astor is just trying to benefit his client. Like, Ilias is his client, so it makes sense that he is going to defend him to the end of extinction, which... It takes away from him as an analyst in a lot of ways, because it does show that ultimate bias when you're listening to him on NRL 360 and when you're listening to him on those official broadcast kind of deal, and he's talking about players that are literally his clients. It's like Ilias has not been successful wherever he's gone, at the Rabbitohs or the Dragons, and it's like and now he's not been unbelievable here, but it's still very, very early. But I don't really ultimately back him in I back him in as a player, but I don't think that he's an NRL standard half, right? So, yeah, Braith is just backing in his guy there, and I can understand that, but I also don't think that Ilias is going to be the guy long term, obviously. Sam says, oh, that's skipped a whole bunch of comments there. Sam says, Ilias was killing it in reserve grade till he broke his leg. Yes, but also reserve grade is reserve grade, and we've seen now multiple times that Ilias hasn't necessarily worked out. But I hope to be proven wrong. I would pray to be proven wrong. I really want Ilias to become the player that, the Titans believe in, what clubs have believed over the years. I would love to see him become the player, but right now I'm not seeing it. Straight from the pitch says Eels favourite without a bunch of guys. Interesting. Because it's the Titans, bro. It makes sense. I understand why the Eels would be favourites. The Titans are the perennial underdogs. They don't typically win much at all. So, of course, that the bookies aren't going to be favourable to a team that just doesn't have a bunch of confidence about them ever. So that's why I feel like the Eels, they still would be the favourites. But look, I give my boys a chance. I'll give my boys a chance here, and the Titans have just run out of the field. Jeremy says, hey, mate, I'm back. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Who was the new winger for the Eels, mate? I got him first try scorer. Don't like that. It's Araz Nunva. I don't know much about him, man. I think he must be on debut. I don't know much about Araz Nunva, so I'm not going to pretend that I do. Michael says, who's the bloke is going to be debuting for the Titans? Debuting for the Titans? Are you talking about Adam Christensen? Adam Christensen, I believe, was Rabbitohs. I don't know if he actually comes in here today, but I think he was like Rabbitohs youth system when we signed him. I can't really remember. To be honest with you, I didn't really see a great deal from him in the preseason, but I don't know a fantastic amount about Adam Christensen as well, except for the fact that I think he's been in the system for a while at the Rabbitohs, and now he's up here at the Gold Coast Titans. Unless you're talking about Zane Harrison. If you're talking about Zane, then if you're talking about Zane, then yeah, I'm very aware of who he is and what he can provide. But I don't know if he's actually going to get into the game either. Cosrip says, "Go have a vanilla latte and chill out, Hawaii." It's just so much about the Roosters, man. Sam says UFC fight just won the belt after blowing out either his ACL or hammy. That's crazy. All right, game's about to start here, folks. Give me your score predictions in the chat. I'm backing in my boys. Hopefully we can find a way to get a win and win by 66 to get out of the bottom four. Only 66. Come on, man. Come on. It's only 66. I need a big game out of Tino and Keanu. Massive game out of these two. Try scorers for this one. I'm going Keanu, and you know what? I'm just going to go for a bit of fun here. I'm going to go Keanu and Tino for a little bit of a laugh. These guys haven't been fantastic, but they turn up here today for mine. For the Eels, 1 second, Titans bring this ball out here to the 15 through Tenafasa Malawi on first tackle. For the Eels, I will go... I do get a fancy of Brian Kelly against his old club. I'll go BK against his old club, and then I'll say Kelma Tuolangi for the Eels as well. Titans now bring this ball to the 20 on second tackle. Scott Boots has gone point to the Titans. Oh, please don't do that to me. Please. And don't do it. Well, Eels fans, that would be excruciating considering last week too against the Tigers. But don't do that to me, please. I just want... Oh, good run from Curtis Moran to the 45. Great post contact there, about 8 metres or so. Unreal. Or 5 metres or so. Now, Keanu Kenny runs this ball to the 45 on fit tackle. And they're looking to shit on him on the commentary yet again. All right, so the Titans kick this ball through, and Josh Adokar smashed by Jojo Fafita. Jojo has been our most consistent player so far this year, by far. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. William Seneca says, Eels make a statement of why you should get back into the winning circles. Go Eels. I hope you are incorrect, William Seneca. Third tackle now at the 35. Marcus says, Curtis is a good signing so far. He's been a brilliant signing for the Titans at the moment. You know, we haven't had the results to show for it, but like he's been a really good signing for us. Fourth tackle. There's the weekly crowd noise from the stereo system of all the Parramatta fans. Must be a sold-out stadium if I'm hearing that kind of noise. Oh, no, it's not even close to sold out. So that's going to go out in the full here from the Titans. Yeah, let's go. Oh, sorry, out in the full from the Eels. Titans get the ball up at about the 50. Mitchell Moser kicks the ball out in the full. Good work there from Keanu to put his foot out and then just touch it. He didn't need to catch it. He just needed to touch it. And it's going to be Titans ball. Brian says, Jojo a Queenslander. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, I don't know if he's eligible. I'm pretty certain he would be Queensland if he was eligible, but I don't know. Is he eligible? I think he would be. I think he's Queensland. But if not, I don't even know if he's eligible. Second tackle now for the Titans. They're going to be at the 35 on the Eels side of the field. Good attacking position here early, but again, the Titans attack hasn't been flowing necessarily so far this year. Curtis Moran, he'll be at the 30 again. He's really working in tough in that front row right now. They go out to the left, Ilias, then to Bo Firma. Oh my gosh, Bo Firma knock on. Dude, he's been really poor this year. He's been really, really poor this year. And he will drop the ball there. He's typically a go-to guy. I agree with Cooper Cronk, but this year he's been really poor. And yeah, he's just lost that ball, Cold, man. Like, he's lost that ball completely. He's complaining about the way that Moses came into the tackle, but there's nothing wrong with it. At the end of the day, this is a common theme, unfortunately, with Bobby Firma. He represented Queensland under-19s, yeah, but so did Molitalo, and Molitalo wasn't eligible. So that's why I don't know. For some reason, there's been a couple of players who aren't actually eligible who who do get to play those games. 6 again here for the Eels, and they're going to be at the 35. Actually, was Molitalo... Yeah, Molitalo played on under-19s, didn't he? Williams says, hi, champ, go Titans, get around your Williams. So right-hand side for the Eels, and Dylan Walker gets that ball off, and it's Jack Williams who'll get this ball to the 45. He'll offload the ball. And now Ronald Volkman. Volkman takes it to the 45 on the Titans side of the field, second tackle. Oh, and Verrills giving the set restart, go figure. Was that Verrills? I thought it was AJ. I know it's against BK, so I thought there was... Oh, 1 second, right-hand side. The Eels, they go to the grass, go over the sideline, go over the sideline, go over the sideline. Oh, good work there from the Eels to knock over the sideline, but awful work in regards to the pass, which hit the grass. Third tackle now, the 50. They give it to Dylan Walker. Walker across to Junior Bolo. Bolo... Oh, come on. JC, you've got to make that tackle, dude. You've got to complete that tackle. Adokar gets the ball. He goes out to the wing. He's away here and taken down to the 20. Oh, it's not great signs there from the Gold Coast, brother. O'Reilly Smith to Mitchell Moses. This is fourth tackle. Hits the grass again. A lot of ball hitting grass here today so far. Joash Papali, he's at the 15 on fifth tackle. Come on, boys. Hold him out, man. Hold him out. Moses, he will kick that ball through. It's actually a really good kick, and I think this is going to be a knock-on from the Titans. I think it's going to be a knock-on from the Titans. Oh, no, it's a penalty to the Gold Coast. Come on. Come on, Kelma Tuolangi's offside. So it's going to be a penalty to the Titans. Oh, if we get lucky. We get really lucky there, son. Really lucky. Brenton says, Verrills had been the most inconsistent. Have you guys got another 9 in the squad? Oliver Pascoe, I haven't minded. He's on the bench. I don't mind him. I don't know if he's a starting hooker from what I've seen so far, but also we've seen very limited action from him so far. But he will come on at some point of this game here today, and you'll see what I mean. Like, he is a good hooker. We just haven't seen enough of him to know what he can really ultimately do just yet, but there is some pretty high hopes in Oliver Pascoe going forward, yeah. All right, Tina Fa'asumalawi, he'll get this ball now to the 25. The biggest thing for me today is that the Titans, when they score, because they will score at some point, but if they don't, I'm going to have a heart attack against this Eels defense. But the Titans will score at some point today. All I want to see them is complete the set. Please lose 50 metres on the set if it means that you complete the set. Ilias goes himself. Ilias goes through. Oh, he had an offload chance, but there was good defence from the Eels to prevent the offload. AJ Brimson, he's going to run this ball to the 40 on fit tackle. This is a good set. It's a real good set here. It's about 50 metres or so. So fit tackle and Sam Verrills, he'll get it out the back to Jaden Campbell. And Titans will just get up in the line at a pretty regular rate, bring this ball to the 15 for the Eels on first tackle. BKRsport says these jerseys are too similar. They are pretty similar, yeah, I get what you mean. Like, obviously, the Eels blue is much darker blue, but they are very similar, dude. Rocky says, come on, boys, don't make us even more depressed. I just want to see improvement, dude. Actually, today is a game that I want to see them win. But overall, I just want to see improvement this year. I don't expect them to win the comp. Even though they go undefeated from here on out, they never lose a game ever again, the Titans. They never ever lose a game ever again. Dylan Walker, except for maybe this game. And then every other game from here on out. Fit tackle out to 38. Riley Smith to Mitchell Moses. Moses goes to the right. They kick this ball through. And Keanu, oh, thank God, Keanu got the ball. It was an awkward one for him. Under pressure, but Keanu does clean it up, which has not been something that he's been able to do this year. All the Eels have to do is kick the ball high, put a bit of pressure on the fullback, and he has been knocking the ball on a lot. So that should be their game plan today. They've got to put pressure on Keanu. Bo now will get this ball to the 25, but see, right there was the point of emphasis that nobody's helping him out on the wing. Like, Keanu was isolated as the fullback just then. He was isolated on the wing, close to the line of play, which tells you a lot about the wingers at the moment. Mr. Moses says, can the Titans pass the Storm? Technically, they would have to win by 66. So, yes, but no. No, they're not winning this game by 66 points. Ooh, good kick there from the Titans, but Papa Ali will bring this ball out to the 15 on first tackle. And he says, Damien Cook is free if the Titans need another 9. Go Titans. Well, I actually think that Damo Cook's been decent enough for the Dragons this year, but Jacob Little is your guy, 100%. I never used to rate Jacob Little, but then I think it was either last year or the year beforehand where I really came around on him and I just thought he was a star. And he has become a star for mine. He's a fantastic hooker, underrated hooker nowadays. But no, we're definitely not in the process of signing players that are past their peak, in my opinion. That is not what the club should be signing. No, they should be going for the younger players overall, or those mid-range players where they haven't gotten to their peak age yet, but have disappointed another club. That is an option, which is, I guess, what they've gone with Ilias. That's an easy one there for Keanu Kenny because there's no pressure. All the Eels fans, they were going up thinking that they were going to get a drop ball there from Keanu, but he's not going to drop that one there. Like, you need to put pressure on him. Philip Sami gets a good run here to the 25 to the 30 on second tackle. Good run. Bailey says, man, just finished the UFC. Ended up being some great fights. Let's go to Titans. Fire up, Bailey. Fire up. And 6 again here for the Gold Coast. And the offload away from Keanu Kenny. Faimani. Jojo Fafita's away. Jojo Fafita's away. Jojo. Taken to the 40. Oh, good run there from the Titans, though. First tackle at the 40. Come on. That was a good run there, though. They go out to the left. AJ Brimson. Then off to Bo Firma. Hold the ball, please, dude. Hold the ball, please. They're at the 30 on second tackle. Junior Paulo is taking a little bit to get back here. He's hobbling a little bit. God bless him. I hope he's okay. Titans now at the 25 on third tackle. 9 minutes gone. They go to the right-hand side to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias at the back now, Jaden Campbell, Arama Howe. And Arama Howe still pumping his legs. He's 10 metres out from the line, fourth tackle. 10 minutes gone here, guys. 30 minutes to go of the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Ilias at the 15. He'll give it underneath to Tino. Come on, Tino. And not great there from Tino, unfortunately. He'll be taken down at the 10 on fifth tackle. 10 metres out. What can we do here on the kick? Sam Verrills, right-hand side. It's Keanu Kenny. He flicks it off. Arama Howe. Oh, come on! Come the fuck on. Come on. Arama Howe, baby. Too easy, baby. That's a nice try there from Arama Howe. I don't know how the Eels have not defended this. Eels, I don't know how you've not defended this. This is strong from Arama Howe, and he's looking ominous already. He's had 2 touches of the ball, and they've both been good. Good try. They just run up the other side of the field, and Keanu Kenny here, that was really good. Steps, takes the line in, then he gets the pass away to Arama Howe, and then he's going to score. So Keanu Kenny is already having a better game so far. Come on, my boy. That's him. Possible obstruction for what? Where? Where's the possible obstruction, Jacob? Where Jojo doesn't even touch any single player. What are you talking about? What obstruction are we talking about here? It's try confirmed, by the way. So I don't know how. That was just so easy there. But again, the Eels do have, if they give up another 4 points today, they will be the worst defense in the comp so far this year. Kokomu says good signs this game. I think as a Titans fan, you're always going to be hesitant, but we've scored first. We have done well enough for what 11 minutes can show. So I like the first 11 minutes, but also you're just never confident overall. And JC gets the kick, baby. Come on, 6-0. Now, try great. Hold the ball this set. If we knock this ball on off of this set, that means that pretty much, I think there's only been one, I think every single time we've scored, we've knocked the ball on the very next set, off the kickoff. Hold the ball. JC does not miss, Michael. Hold the ball. Yeah, guys, just wait to hear me commentate it before you do comment things in the chat. Peter said I'm a couple minutes behind. Please, no spoilers. So just wait for me to commentate it beforehand. Keanu Kenny now at the 15, at the 5. He gets off to Tino. Tino, hold this ball, please. I'm begging. I don't care if you guys lose 100 metres. I don't care if you guys end up in Melbourne. That's how far south of this ground you get on this set. Just hold the ball. Faimani at the 25. Sean Large, just wait for that knock on. Sean, don't do it to me, mate. Don't do it, please. I'm begging. Sean, come on, mate. Come on, brother. Come on, please. Bo Firma, third tackle at 35, please. Just complete penalty. We got through it. Yes. We didn't knock it on. We didn't knock it on. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. We didn't knock it on. Knock it on. We didn't knock it on. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Unbelievable. Let's go. Fire it up. Fire it up. This isn't the set after points now, lads. This isn't it now, because it would now be a drop ball in the attack and 40 kind of deal. You know, rather don't drop the ball, but also it's not the same. So they go to the right, off to Tino, then to Adamahau, and he's going to be at the 35 now on second tackle. And they give it to Chris Randall, Lachlan Ilias, Keanu Kenny. Keanu Kenny steps, he gets away. He gets away. Go Keanu, go Keanu, go Keanu, go Keanu, go Keanu, go Keanu. Oh, offloads it. Come the fuck on. AJ Breams with the try time. Keanu Kenny tries this. He's on today. That's him. Keanu Kenny is Keanu Himmy, baby. He's back today. He's back today, Keanu. Oh, he's back today, Keanu. 10-0 with a kick to come. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sam says, wait, is he telling chat no spoilers, or he's saying to the chat? Yeah. Keanu Kenny steps, gets through, line break for him, and wowee, Keanu Himmy, son. Ugh. How good. Careful not to punch the camera. I can't promise anything, Royal Grand Majesty. I cannot promise anything, mate, in Titans games. Everyone says we've been good, but Eels have been horrible. Yep. Agree. So 10-0 with a kick to come. Clyde says Titans will make the 8. Okay, well, let's not get too crazy right now. Like, would love you to be right, brother. Would love you to be right, Clyde, but I'm not disillusioned. Also, it's only been 14 minutes here, and I know what this Titans team can do. So whilst it's been a good start here, I'm very well aware of how things can change. But AJ Brimo with the try, but Keanu Kenny, the star of that one. Mitchell Moses, get done over by Keanu Himmy, son. Get done over by him. Kokomo, I'm the only one who tipped the Titans in my comp, but aren't you a Titans fan, Kokomo? I'm surprised that it's been so heavily in favour of the Eels, I'll be honest with you. Like, it's so heavy. Like, I can understand why people tip the Eels, but to say why it's so heavily in favour is interesting to me. Titans coming first in a lot of shows. Exactly right, Kokomo. Exactly right. We're just trying to let the comp get a bit ahead of us so that we can chase him down. Like the dogs say, son. Now hold the ball, please, after these points. I'm begging. Please hold the ball. Hold the ball. I'm begging. I'm begging you. Begging you to hold the ball. Third tackle now for Curtis Moran. He'll get this ball to the 35. This is a rampaging start here for the Titans. They'll go out to the left-hand side, and they'll be at the 45. Love banter, Joshua. Not that kind of banter, bro. You gotta keep that in line, man. Fit tackle. And they'll be at the 40, and they won't make a mistake here on this set. How good. Don't give up knock-ons. Don't give up any errors. Good kick. Good take, though, from Josh Papali. It's a good take. It's a good take from Papali. But we completed the set. I'm okay with it. Brian Kelly, he'll bring this ball out here to the 30 on second tackle. Marcus says, Titans score 60 on Flying Blaze to Briz for Magic Round. All the way from Vietnam. I'll be in Vietnam at the time. All the way from Vietnam. So they go to the left-hand side to Ronald Volkman. He'll get the offload away. Good offload there at third tackle at the 40. And now Kitone Katonga will get this ball to the 45 on the Titan side of the field. But again, so by the way, the Eels have now officially gone into the worst defense in the competition with the 12 points they've given up. They only need to give up 8. It is really good signs for the Titans for Royal Majesty, but there's a long way to go in this game. Long way to go. All right, Keanu Kenny gets the ball here at the 3. Jeez, you can see that he's just... Oh, look at him run. He's away. Keanu's on fire, dude. Oh, my gosh. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for Keanu. They go to the left. Philip Sami. Go, Phil. Go, Phil. Go, Phil. Go, Phil. Keanu Kenny is Keanu fucking Himmy, baby. 16 nil with a kick to come. Tell me to drop Keanu Kenny again, I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you to tell us to drop Keanu Kenny again. Oh, he's on fire, dude. Keanu Kenny is tearing the Eels apart, bro. Straight for the pitches, Titans never losing again. You're right.
Makes me sick, really. Makes me sick straight from the pitch because you're so damn well right. But Faimani will score. Is that Faimani's first try of the season? I think that might be Faimani's first try of the season here for the club, even though he's a winger. Unless he scored against the Sharks. Oh, no, he scored against the Sharkies. He did. He scored against the Sharkies. He didn't score against the Dolphins. He didn't score against the Cowboys. He didn't score against the Dragons. And he didn't score against the Broncos. So, yeah, that's his second try of the season there. Faimani, who is, this is his rookie year, but it's 16-0 with the kit to come. But this is all off the back of Keanu. I would arguably say all three have been assists from Keanu. Look out, 60 coming up, go Titans. William, I'm not getting ahead of myself, man. But Jaden Campbell, everything's going right now. Everything's coming up Millhouse in the moment, baby. 18-0, gets a kick from the sideline. Doesn't miss that bloke. Duffy says, have you got your grand final tickets yet? For the next 10 years, yes. For the next 10 years, yes. Yes, I have. JC just does not miss Brighton. You know, JC, when I think of kicking, like Tanner Boyd is unbelievable. He's unbelievable. But JC, he hasn't missed that bloke either. 18 minutes and 18 points based on those maths, 80-point game. Maybe 100, Jacob. I'd be disappointed otherwise. That try gave me a half sharp. That's coming from a Panthers fan. So the Titans now, Tina Fuss Malawi hold the ball after points. The Titans bring the ball to the 13 here on first tackle. Hold the ball, son. Hold the ball. JC is a modern-day Tanner Boyd. He's taken over the reins from the old Tan. Tan's unbelievable, but Tan's got bigger things to do, and that's go and win a comp with the Wires. JC is now the man who cannot miss. Third tackle here at the 35. And he's going to roll this ball back to Sam Verrills. Verrills off to Morin. Morin to Ilias. Ilias to Bo Firma. Hold the ball, please. At the 40 on fourth tackle. It was really going to tip Titans shoot at Eels missing players. A good start so far. Very good start. Titans have been all over him in his first 19 minutes here. And now Jaden Campbell kicks this ball down into the corner. The Eels have got to find something here. Like, they've got to find something. Because right now it is... Now they're confidently in last place on defense. 18 points already is brutal. That's going to be a penalty here to the Eels. They needed that. They really needed that one. Just Poker says, good for the Titans. So the issue is, Just Poker, I want you remove this game from context to tell me from the first 5 games how you said Eels easy top 8. Are you an Eels fan? Because I would look forward to the argument in regards to how you've seen anything from this Eels team. Again, this is coming from someone who believes the Eels will be a lot more competitive this year than they've shown so far. And again, it's still early. But also, based off of what we've seen, how have you come to the terminology of easy Eels top 8? So the Eels now will bring this ball to the 40 on second tackle. 20 minutes gone in the first half, guys. 20 minutes to go in the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. They go out to the back. And Kitiona Katonga, he'll be at the 38 on third tackle. Yes, it is a good start here for the Titans, guys, but I also know this team can still lose this from here. That's why I'm confident, but I'm also just like, we all know what the Titans can put up as well. Fourth tackle now, but they can also have just crazy games too. Ronald Volkman at the back. Oh, this is looking like a crazy game. This is looking like maybe one of those crazy games. That's a huge hit. Moses has been whacked today. Moses has been absolutely whacked today. That's a big hit there from Jojo for Feeder. Unlucky it's a double knock on, otherwise we might have been away as well. Shot from Jojo. Shot from Jojo, baby. Ibrahim says, who is even on the wing for Eels since the other bloke moved to centre? So it's Araz Nanva, who's on debut, I believe. Araz Nanva. 19 and a half minutes to go the first half. How good's Jojo been? Jojo is our best player. I believe Jojo, for mine, at the moment, is our top of our Paul Broughton. Now, Paul Broughton for us is like our, for people who don't know, internal Dally M at the Gold Coast Titans. That's what the Paul Broughton is. And right now, I would have Jojo at the top of that. Curtis Morin, he's going to bring this ball here to the 45 on third tackle. Casey says, love the commentators. That was a rough penalty. Didn't look high, but oh well. Anyway. Oh no, Curtis Morin is limping right now. God bless him, man. They go to Tina Fa'asuamaleaui, and he's going to be at the 50 on 4 tackle. Titans have definitely come with more energy for a win. They definitely have come with a lot of energy here today, and Keanu Kenny's been unbelievable so far. Well, he'd be on a lot on Supercoach already, wouldn't he? What's he on? 63 already, Keanu Kenny. Oh, my gosh, he's a legend. Bang! See you later, Josh Adokar. Jojo Feeder smacks him down at the 5. Keanu's on 63 points on Supercoach already, with 18 minutes to go the first half. James says, show us the gameplay of the game. Everyone says, James, get a job. Great idea from Ibrahim. James, you're looking for an illegal broadcast. You're looking for an illegal stream. Guess what the key word is here? I want you to do your rocket science degree here. I want you to learn from your rocket science degree and figure out what the word illegal means, Mr. James. So it's going to be Keanu Kenny who brings this ball back into the 40 on first tackle. We'll touch on the Storm if they win. Only if they won by 66 points or more, which is very doubtful, obviously. So they would have to win by 66 or more to go above the Melbourne Storm, yeah. Duffy's has spoken. Get around you for joining up as a member, my man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the support. James, it's because I go for the Eels. Well, so not only do you not have a job, but you also go for the Eels. I'm so sorry to hear. So it's going to be Titans with the ball now at the 45. They give it off to Campbell, and then that ball goes to grass, and Philip Sami picks it up, and he'll take this ball to the 40 on 4 tackle. He's so back, Duffy. My gosh, he's back. And Chris Randall, he'll bring this ball now to the 35 on 5th tackle. A6 says, good way to describe James there, Sean. Sean says, Sunday special. So they go to the left, Bo Firma, AJ Brimson, Philip Sami. He will get the ball away on 5th tackle, nearly knocks the ball on, but that's going to be taken down on 5th tackle at the 20. Not great there from the Gold Coast at all, but at least they completed their set. Have they made an error all game so far? I don't know if they have. Verrill shouldn't be on left. Oh, they have made one error apparently. One error. Damn, they've missed a few tackles considering how many limited tackles they've had to make. Dovey says, how was your stream not delayed at all anymore? I'm in Thailand, bro, so the internet in Asia is really good. When I'm in Vietnam, it's really good as well. It's just when I'm in Fiji, it's really delayed. Set restart here for the Eels. I want to see some defense here from the Gold Coast, so I actually would prefer to see the Eels on the attack here because they haven't really had an attacking opportunity, and they're an attacking team, so I would like to see the improved defense of the Gold Coast. And Nanva, he'll be taken down at the 35. Is Nanva playing centre? He was originally meant to play the 2, but now it looks like he's playing as the left centre. Oh, is it because they've absolutely smashed him on that right-hand side, and that's why they've moved him? They go to Moses. Moses then off to Papali, and Papali... Oh, that's bad defense. Oh, he's lost the ball. Come on. Bad defense from the Gold Coast. Should have been... It was Penasini. Should have been capitalised on from the Eels, but Penasini knocks the ball on. So Titans ball at the 10. I wouldn't say that was good D, Titans, Azu. He breaks through 2 tackles there. Brimo misses a tackle, and then luckily enough for the Titans, Penasini has a brain explosion, does the knock on there. 4th tackle now for the Titans. They're going to be at the 25. Keanu Kenny with the ball. He rolls it back. Now Moeki Fodawaker to the 35. Big Mo's been so much better off of the bench than he was when he was starting. Good offload too. Oh, great offload there from Big Mo. Ilias off to Keanu. Keanu underneath. Come on. Oh, Jaden Cameron, both of them ran into each other. Otherwise, it could have been a try. Oh, my gosh. We could have got another try there, but they ran into each other. They go quickly left-hand side. They've got numbers over the top. Oh, he's not over the sideline. Ah, dude. Titans look on, though, on the attack today. Jeez, they look on the attack. They look on the attack today, though. Ilias here, unfortunately, he just throws the ball a little bit too high. He had to throw it high to get it above Brian Kelly. He had to throw it too high to get it above him, so I understand how that's happened. Philip Sami is as tall as me. I think he's like 6'2". But, yeah, that ball was too high. So Tina comes off the field here. First tackle here for the Eels. 6 again for the Eels at the 25 now, first tackle. He's lost the ball. Titans ball, Mike Fodawaker. Eels, I'm sorry, you've been shocking today so far. You've been shocking. That's a bad knock on. First tackle, 25 metres out from your own line. Josh Adokar's knocked the ball on. The error rate from the Eels is horrific at the moment. First tackle now for the Titans at the 13. They go to the right to Kumabai. Kumabai at the back now to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell gets it across here. Fame Marty. Good defensive tackle from Adokar. That is a peach of a tackle from Adokar. Faimani should have scored every day there, but Faimani got done by a really strong tackle from Adokar. Cooper Baye is on the field. They go to the left. Off to Jaden Campbell. Campbell at the back now to Ilias. Ilias over the top here to Phil Sami. Sami. Oh, he trips over. And he throws the ball backwards. Off to... No, it's going to be a penalty. What is Philip Sami doing? He's passed the ball off the ground here. What is he doing? 100% that's a penalty. 100%. James want Eels to come back in the second half. Yeah, but we don't really care what you want in the second half. As Sports says, the attack really clicking right now. Yeah, that's really disappointing there from Philip Sami. I know he's going over the sideline, but I'd rather not give up a penalty. I'd rather just go over the sideline. What a poor showing from the Eels. Pathetic so far. It has been, Nikhil. Long time to go in this game, but it has been really disappointing from the Eels. And at the end of the day, they still do have Mitchell Moses here. You know, they still do have... yes, they've lost Bailey Simonson, Jermaine Hopgood, Sean Russell. And that's kind of and Isaiah Yongi. But at the end of the day, they've still got a good enough team that they shouldn't be playing this badly at all. They were still favourites for this game despite those injuries. So 45 metres away from their own line. It hits the grass again there for the Eels, but doesn't go forward. It's 4 tackle now for the Eels at the 50. What score would you make you feel safe if the Titans win? 100-0 with 5 minutes to go. I'd still want one more try. Fit tackle for the Eels. I'd still want one more try to be confident. Fit tackle at the 45. Riley Smith, they put that one up high. I did not just hear the commentary say sell out. Josh Adokar loses the ball, baby. Titans ball at 25. Please tell me I did not just hear, they're talking about Tigers Knights. I was going to have a heart attack. I just heard the commentary say sell out, and I didn't know that they were talking about the next game, the Tigers Knights game. Because if they were referring to this one, it would have just been mind-blowing. So Titans now will get this ball to the 30. There is going to be lucky to be 10,000 people at this game. The lower bowl is nowhere near full, and the upper bowl is diabolical. I don't know how. Oh, there's an injury here. Oh, no. Is this Sam Tuivasa? Yeah, it is. Sam Tuivasa, God bless him, bro. He is down, and he is struggling right now for the Eels. He's going to have to come out of this game. Oh, yeah, it's just an unfortunate tackling technique there that's gone directly head into the hip of the Titans. God bless him. Oh, yeah, I received a message the other day from someone on Instagram, from a burner account, of course. But I received a message from someone saying, why do you always say God bless him after every single player gets hit? And then I got a nice little insult afterwards. And I thought, well, one, you are very well aware why I'm saying God bless him. Because one, I believe in Jesus Christ and I believe in God. And when I say God bless him, I genuinely want the best for the player, regardless if he plays with my team or not. He's a human at the end of the day. But it's astounding that people can't handle hearing God bless him and, want to... Again, I don't really care in regards to the message, but I just want to really put it out there. I will say God bless him after every single potential injury that we do see, because I would like God to bless him so that he's not injured, because I am a human and I don't like seeing other humans injured, especially playing an entertainment game of rugby league, but just in general as well. So it's unfortunate that... there are people like this out in the world, but God bless you too. To the person who used a burner account to throw some shade at me and also complain about the use of God bless him after players getting injured, God bless you too. I hope you seek the help you need in life. Peter says, has Moses touched the ref or the ball more? Because he hasn't touched the Titans, he's been poor defensively. He's been slapped today. He's been absolutely slapped today. So there is still an injury here to Sam Tuivasa at the moment. Duffy says, you shouldn't be allowed to sidestep. Need to get that out of the game. I want to time you out. Palming has to be taken out of the game as well. I want to time you out. That's what I want to do. Or is there some heartless people out there? Yeah, but again, as Brighton said, love those who hate you, God bless. It's just... Some people are so... We're not going to go into a religious discussion. The only reason we're doing this right now as well is because there is an injury. God bless him. But some people just... They're just looking to hate, man. And... People don't realise as well that you don't need to be a believer in religion to be a believer in God, is what I'll say. So first tackle here for the Titans. Good. Sam Tuivasa goes off the field. I don't think he'll be coming back here today. There's an illusion at Combank Stadium where it makes it look like there are more people at the stadium than there actually is. Yeah, no, because the seats are designed that way, bro. I've said this all the time. The seats are designed that way, Lagan. Sam Tuivasa got injured, James, and it was for the Eels. Second tackle now for the Titans, and they're going to be at the 45. And Cooper Bye offloads it. Rough offload there, bro. But fourth tackle for the Titans at the 44. Yeah, Verrills is complaining about that offload, and rightfully so, he should be. Keanu Kenny, big run, gets a good offload to Randall. Oh, he's been on fire, Keanu, dude. And now Jaden Campbell brings his ball to the 30 on fit tackle. Energy drop from this game. 7-3 of the offloads in favour of the Gold Coast right now, which is not usually what you see from the Eels. Good kick, good chase. Brian Kelly, good grab, though, at the 10, first tackle. 11 minutes to go here, the first half. The Eels are typically an offloading team. Oh, penalty for offside. Okay, penalty for offside there he's called. Against, I don't know how, apparently. Sure. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Eels are typically an offloading team, so it's surprising that we are leading it so convincingly at the moment. So, Parramatta have received 3 penalties. Titans have received 2 penalties so far. 10 minutes to go. Hit the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Jason says, God bless you, brother. Get around you, son. God bless you. Second tackle now for the Eels at the 40. Sam Verrills, another penalty. Good shit. Shut up, Sam. Unbelievable. Right inside to Volkman. Good run from Volkman. He'll be taken down at the 30. Again, I want to see defense, though, because this is where... And also, the Eels could go on a run if they do get a try. Moses with a brain-dead kick there. That was brain-dead. No, Eels fans, stop even trying to complain for a penalty there. You wish. That was a brain-dead kick from Mitchell Moses. He's having a shocking game. Shocking game. 6 again, even the Titans at the 25. Eels fans, here's something spectacular. To think that there was a penalty there. Like, Ilias is coming across overall, and Moses has run into him. The Ilias doesn't even know where Moses is, and Moses has run into him. Kubai has gotten this ball to the 45 on third tackle. Sam, how's Dan the Muppet? He hasn't been at games. He's a Muppet. Mikey Fodawega, he'll get this ball to the 40 on fourth tackle. Hey, by the way, Arsenal fans, how are we feeling? Jaden Campbell right on through Rama Howe, back on the inside. Oh! Chris Randall, if he catches that, it's a try. If he catches that, it's a try. Oh, boy. That should have been a try for the Gold Coast, but instead it goes to be a knock-on. First tackle of the Eels, the 15. Parafans booing, surely my Eels are deceiving me. They would never. Surely not. We just broke through so easily of their line there with Rama Howe. Chris Randall's got to catch that. I know it's a little bit behind him from Daddy Ram, but Sam Tuivasa has been ruled out with a Category 1, by the way. Third tackle at the 45. There's the speaker system doing its best work. Brian Kelly is at the 45 on fourth tackle. Well, why does it say fraud alert in the Panthers? I'm unmembershipping. Duffy's, you know I got to do it. They go to the right-hand side, and they're going to score a try. Oh, they're going to score. He's got to score a try. And that's on Chris Randall, unfortunately. It's on Chris Randall. So Will Penasini is going to score here. He nearly messed it up. But Chris Randall... It would have been 22-4. It would have been 22-0 with a kick to come, and then he knocks it on, and the Eels got the other end of the field. So the Eels will score, and it's 18 points to 4 with a kick to come. It's super against the run of play, but at the end of the day, this is something that you fully expect. You do fully expect that the Titans are going to give away stuff like that. That was pretty poor defense. And Penasini nearly messes this up too. He nearly messed it up too, but he did catch it, and then was just able to get the ball down. Because I watched the Arsenal game after your stream last night just to laugh at them choke like they always do. Crazy stuff, eh? But that was good stuff from Tuilagi. The pass is fine. The pass was fine. Hayes says, Eels have a lot of injuries, but they're playing poorly, which is a recipe for disaster. Yes, they are playing poorly. But also, that was pretty poor defense there from the Titans. And again, we should have been up 22-0 with a kick to come, but unfortunately, Chris Randall knocks on a sitter. Let's see this. I think the pass is fine. No, I think that pass is fine, man. Compared to the one for AJ's try last week, that was a no try, and also like that was a try. But anyway, you go to the Broncos game, that was forward against the Cowboys, but that didn't get called. That was way more forward than that one. As it says, Titans need more focus now. Eels invited by Pens. Arsenal going for a quad bottle. That's true. So Ronald Wogman is their kicker today. So Moses must be struggling at the moment. Why is he not kicking? 7 minutes to go here the first half. Correct, Duffies. You need to be in the top 8 to be a fraud. That is absolutely spot on. And Wogman will get the kicks, but it's 18 points to 6 to the Titans with 7 minutes to go the first half. Touch wood, but Kinney's been a great start. Kinney's been fantastic to start, man. Again, it should have been 22-0 with the kid to come, but unfortunately Chris Randall dropped the ball. Aspects, it seems like nowadays Tom Brady could do versus the Titans. Again, I don't think that pass is forward. The ball goes forward, but I think it's coming backwards out of the hands. Like, I think the pass is fine. I think the pass is okay. I'm not complaining about that one. The Titans will kick this ball off to the Eels. And Moses to Jack DeBellin. And DeBellin will be taken down to the 15 on first tackle. DeBellin's wearing... Oh, is he 18? I thought he was a starter for a second. I was like, well, I'm surprised that's the first time I've seen him touch the ball. Is DeBellin 18? Yeah. He's not even a starter. Interesting. Dylan Walker at the 30. Is a concern, though. The Titans haven't had to defend much today, but they've still given up that 6 points. But the attack has been on point as well. Fourth tackle now at the 42. Olivia Reed with the $8 donation says, I escaped prison. Everyone, yay, get around. Oh, that's forward. That's forward. Thank you. Thank you. Titans support the 50. Come on. Error after points. You love to see it. Thanks for the $8 donation, Olivia. And so are you saying escape room? Is that what you're saying that you did last night? Because otherwise I don't understand this prison stuff. As it says, at least Moses isn't complaining to the refs. Yeah, give it time. Give it time, bro. 6 minutes left here this first half. I would love another try here. Oh, we should have been up 22. And it would have probably been 24-0 too. Chris Randall would have scored in a good position for JC to kick it. So it probably would have been 24-0 as well. And Philip Sami gets smacked here at the 50. Duffy's has spoken with a $3 donation. Says, me and Olivia escaped prison today. Yeah, well, you're a Penrith fan, so that definitely makes sense. She's a Broncos fan. I think she was in an escape room. I think that's what she's talking about. But you are a Penrith fan, Duffy's. So I'm not surprised. Thank you very much for the donor, bro. And that'll be a 4 pass here from the Titans. So they've definitely regressed since their early start. And Jaden Campbell's throwing that ball forward. Yeah. Commentary is really honing in on the fact that was a forward pass try from the Eels, by the way. I didn't think it was as forward as people are alluding to. I didn't think it was as forward as people are alluding to, but the commentary's still talking about it. We did like a prison bar immersive experience that was like a theatrical show in a prison. It's called Alcatraz. Well, there you go. So the Eels on first tackle. I'll get this ball here to the 45. With all the good work the Titans did in the early part of this game, you can't be giving up another try here. You just can't. The Eels are going to be at the 50 on second tackle. 5 minutes left here in the first half. They go to Gaima, Mitchell Moses, Kamatualangi. Great offload again. They're away on the right-hand side here. Need some defense, Titans. Oh my gosh, this is poor. Oh my gosh, this is poor defense. Oh, luckily that's going to hit the grass. And Eels are still going here. They're still going. That's maybe... Yeah, it's not gone. Thank God. Oh my gosh, Titans. That was so bad. Oh my gosh, Titans. That was so bad. Titans ball, though. Wow. To be fair, the Broncos community isn't much brighter. But that does go forward there from the Eels. So it's Titans ball, but my goodness, the defense there was shocking. It's a bit of a scary thought, considering it's only a 12-point game. Lucas, both teams could score 30 the way this game is going. I think the Titans do. I don't know if the Eels definitely can too. Like, the Titans played really well for the first 20. Since then, they've gone back into their shells quite a bit. Penalty, high tackle, we need that. Come on. Penalty. 7 errors for the Eels, 5 errors for the Titans, by the way. If we somehow choke and lose this, I'll actually cry. You know, we've played well, mate. Back in the boys, but it's entirely possible. All right, Titans to Kupapai just complete this set. They get to Moaki, Fodawaker, and Fodawaker, that's high tackle. That should have been a high tackle as well. Should have been a penalty to the Titans again. Anyway, first tackle now at the 48. They go to the right to Cooper Bye, and Cooper Bye to the 40 on second tackle. 3 minutes to go here. 3 penalties apiece so far. Ilias off to... No, that was Ilias there. Bo Firma to the 30 on third tackle. A try here would be really beautiful, Titans. Oh, it's Oliver Pascoe who's on, by the way. So whoever was asking me about Oliver Pascoe before, he's on now. They get this ball over to Faimani. Good pick up there. Pretty poor pass from Keanu, but a good pick up from Faimani. The halftime missed tackles are pretty high, yes. Good running from Keanu, and Keanu will take this ball to the 20 on fifth tackle. Off to the left to Lachlan Ilias. Ilias, it's fifth tackle, dude. He'll offload the ball at the back. That was so bad. Oliver Pascoe kicks his ball through, and that was so bad. Ilias, what the fuck was that? Like, Ilias, at the moment, bro, you're the one who is the biggest question mark in this team. What on earth was that for a fifth tackle option? You had to force the ball on an offload to Oliver Pascoe, who is the rookie hooker in the game right now. And I don't understand what Lachlan Ilias has done there. They go to Adokar at the 45 at the 50, fourth tackle. Ilias, shape up, dude. Come on, man. Need better out of that. They go to the right-hand side, drop the ball, goes backwards, though, and they will get Penasini down. Don't let the offload come. Okay, good. Fifth tackle at 45. And Mitchell Moses, he's going to whack that ball down deep. It should be Faimani's ball. He has caught it. Wow. Wow. That was a hard kick to take. Well done to Silatili Faimani for catching that ball. Wow, I can't believe he's caught that. It never looked like he was going to catch that, but he did. Titans with the ball, second tackle here at the 22. Trace says, sorry, mate, just took the Eels. Oh, you can be sorry to yourself, really. Philip Summing out the 35. Don't be sorry to me. Be sorry to yourself. They roll this back out to the right-hand side, now to Mikey Fodawaker, then Jaden Campbell, short ball into the line, and Adamaha will be at the 45 on fourth tackle. 1 minute to go here, the first half. Just complete the half out here, Gold Coast. I don't even need to try. Just complete the half out. Chris Reynolds, the 44 on fifth tackle. 50 seconds to go here, the first half. And Jaden Campbell puts it up to the corner. The Titans line is just normal. It's not trying to make a big play there. I don't mind that decision. Eels now at the 22. First tackle. 34 seconds left here, the first half. All we got to do is just get through this 30 seconds or so. Brian Kelly nearly dropped that ball just then. Okay, let's get this chat back to Rugby League, please, lads. In the chat, please let this get back to Rugby League. Third tackle now for the Eels, and they're going to be at the 35. 15 seconds left here. That's all you got to survive. 65 metres away. Jack de Bellin hits the grass. Titans pick the ball up, and it's a penalty. Well, it doesn't really do too much over the Eels. It gives them one final play. But the Eels have passed the ball to grass many times. They've said Jojo Fafita is offside here. It's a terrible pass, but they're going to get one final attack here, the Eels. 27 metres away here from the line. If you concede here, you lose the game, Gold Coast. If you concede on this play, you lose the game. Penasini runs the ball into the line. Might have been the worst play I've ever seen in my life, Eels. Philip Sammy's going to run this ball out here, and they'll be taking up to 15. That may have potentially been the worst play I've ever seen in my life, Parramatta. Yeah, Mitchell Moses is blowing up a Penasini. That is selfish. That is just awful. Why, right on half-time, you've got one play, 20 metres out, Mitchell Moses is fuming at Penasini, and rightfully so. I cannot believe that Penasini has decided to take that upon himself, man. I cannot believe it. Yeah, my eyes are burning, someone. I cannot believe that. Either way, though, Titans lead 18-6. I'm happy with the first 30 minutes. Happy with the first 30 minutes. Again, it should have been 24 damn well nil, and then Penasini's try doesn't happen at that point because Chris Reynolds knocks it on. But I am happy with the first 30. I'm not so happy with the final 10. The momentum was definitely with Parramatta, but their errors are ludicrous, and they're just showing the same old Parramatta at the moment, really, which is really disappointing. You know, at the end of the day, the Eels can still win this. The Titans can still win this. You know, this game is still up in the air. It's only 12 points, but there's been a lot of errors here from this Eels team that has been letting the Titans off the hook in a lot of ways, but also the Titans were really good for 30 minutes. and then just kind of petered out towards that final 10, which is a concern considering we know what they're like usually in second halves. But all right, let's get into the score here for the stats here for today, guys. Obviously, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. Titans 18, Eels 6 is the Combank Stadium in Sydney. The Eels, Will Penasini with Ronald Volkman as the conversion, and then you go over the Titans, Adonahau, AJ Brimson, and Silatili Faimani with the 3 conversions being Jaden Campbell. But Keanu Kinney for mine was the best player of that first half by a long distance. He was the one getting all the try assists, and he was the one setting up all 3 of those tries, really. Then you go to the possession, 53% possession to the Titans, 47% possession here to the Eels. By the way, Keanu is on 88 at halftime on Supercoach. He is at 88 at halftime on Supercoach. That is ludicrous, bro. Time in possession, 14 minutes and 25 seconds for the Titans, 12 minutes and 12 seconds here for the Eels. So that is 26, that is 20... So nearly 27 minutes of gameplay here. You're pretty happy with that. You're pretty happy with that overall. You know, that means the ball's in play quite a lot. Completion rate, though, this is a crusher here for the Eels. So 80% is what you're looking for. 65% is what the Eels have. They're 14 from 21, so they're 66. Percent right now. 14 from 21 is just not good enough. 80% is the marker. 70% below is awful. They're at 66%. The Titans, they're not quite at the marker of 80%, but it's okay at 76%. It's not too bad, but it's not the marker. 16 from 21. And then you go to the runs. 82 runs here for the Eels for 759 metres. So they're effectively 61. Well, they are 61 metres behind the 10 metres on average per run that you're looking for there. That is a decent amount behind. The Titans are actually 62. So they're both, it's 101 runs here for 949 run meters, which is 62 run meters. Sorry, I got a little bit ahead of myself there. So basically, both teams are 60 meters behind the 10 meters on average per run that we're looking for, but 82 for 759, 100 for 945. The Titans have had 18 more runs. You can't really give the 10 meters on average per run to the Eels because they're not quite hitting it. But if you did, they're now 83 for 770. If you did do that and gave them the extra 18 runs, that's 180 metres, they'd be at 870, they'd be at 950, which would be the exact same as the Titans. So they are still slightly behind the Gold Coast here because, again, they're not at that 10 minutes average per run, but they're probably at the 900 to 945 mark, which basically makes it completely equal. And then you go to the post-contact meters, 244 here for the Eels, 318 for the Titans. Jay, look at him. He's flying, Jay. Oh, my gosh. Jay has returned. Jay has returned. He's back. He's flying, son. But the post-contact meters are 320 for the Titans, 244 for the Eels. With the extra, it's now 15 runs now. They're 86 for 797. With the extra 15 runs, that is pretty heavily in favour of the Gold Coast. The Titans are well in favour of the post-contact meters right now, even with equal ball. Line breaks is 6-3 to the Titans. They've been demolishing the line of the Eels here today. They've been pumping them left, right, good night. Now, tackle breaks is 25 to the Titans, 16 to the Eels. A lot of missed tackles here from the Eels. That is a lot. Average is 15 to 17. They're at 25. The Titans, Eels are at 16. Average set distance is 36.52 here for the Eels. So 25 and below is pathetic. Turn the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic. And 50 plus is basically perfect. Eels at 36.52 is at least hitting the marker. It's mid-range of hitting the marker. It's nothing special, but they're doing their job. The Titans are at 41.6. So they are in the great category, mid-range of the great category. They're getting about 6 meters or so, 5 meters more than the Eels every single set, which is good. So the Titans are in the great category, Eels are in the hit the marker category. And then the average play the ball speed. So 3.19 seconds and below is extremely fast. 3.2 to 3.39 is fast. 3.4 to 3.59 is average. 3.6 to 3.79 is slow. And 3.8 and above is extremely slow. The Eels are at 3.14 seconds. That is really speedy. They are playing this ball very fast right now at 3.14 seconds. That's unbelievable. And the Titans are at 3.57 seconds, which is average, but it's getting really close to the slow category of 3.6 and above. So 3.57 is average. 3.14 is extremely fast. Very different game from both teams here. Now the offloads, typically the Eels will win the offload battle. They love a good offload. It's 6 to the Eels, 11 to the Titans. 11 offloads is a lot of offloads for a half. That is a ridiculous amount. The Eels need to lock up the ball, that's for sure. Against a better team here today, the Eels would already be down by about 30. They would be. It'd be a similar scoreline to what we saw from the Panthers game, just without the try probably. Then you go to the kick defusal of 100% here for the Eels, 75% for the Titans. Now, effective tackle percentage is just deplorable from both teams here. So 85% and below is awful. 85% to 88% is underwhelming. 88% to 90% is hit the marker, and 90% above is amazing. 81.19% here for the Eels. They are basically 7% below the marker of 88%. 177 tackles made, which is typical to slightly high on the tackles made, with 25 missed tackles. Average is 15 and 17. So they've made 8 higher missed tackles than the average. That is deplorable. And the ineffective tackles is also deplorable. 5 to 7 is the average. They've given up 16. So in the first half of play, the Eels made 41 bad tackles. There is only 40 minutes in the half. That means that they're basically averaging a bad tackle a minute. That is deplorable. That is horrific. 41 bad tackles in the first half, with 25 of them being the missed tackles, which is the key stat there. 81.19% is directly reflective of how poor that is. And then the Titans, they're at 85.39%. So they're not in the awful category, but they're in the underwhelming category still, and on the lower end of it too. Tackles made 152, which is pretty typical. 160 is usually kind of around the typical mark. Missed tackles is 16, with the ineffective tackles being 10. So 16 is dead smack in the middle of average of 15 and 17. And then the ineffective tackles is 10, where the average is 5 to 7. So they're 3 above the ineffective tackles. They are in the middle of the average of 15 and 17. They've made 26 bad tackles in the first half compared to the 41 of the Eels. And again, that's with 25 tackles made more for the Eels, but also that the number for the Eels is still way worse than what you would assume the Titans would be at 177 tackles made with the current stats that we're looking at there. So the Eels defensively have been just awful. And then you go, and again, should have probably been 24-0. And then you go to the negative play, 7 errors for the Eels. That's the awful category. 3 and below is really good. 4 to 6 is average, and 7 above is awful. Eels are at 7, that's awful. Titans are at 4, that is on the low end of average. It's close to a really good half. They don't usually have that low of errors, but that is a low error count for them for sure. Eels need to lock up the errors. It's a lot. Penalties conceded is 4-3 against the Titans. That's quite a lot for both these teams. Not too bad for the Eels, but still 3 penalties is quite a bit. 4 for the Titans is just awful. And then ruck infringements 2-1 to the Titans, against the Titans, which shows the indiscretions. And then the inside 10 metres is 1-1. So overall, the Titans have been pinged by the referee 7 times today, whilst the Eels have been pinged for the referee 5 times today. So you can't complain about the referee here. And the commentary was talking about that pass being a forward pass for your try for the Eels too. Even though I didn't necessarily agree with it, the commentary was talking about it, and people here in the chat were talking about it, but I'd like to go and have a look at it again. But anyway, overall, right this very second, this game is still up in the air, but the Eels have been bad. And the Titans have been solid on the stats, but the Eels have been bad. So if they can up their completion rate and they can have some less errors, if the game goes in a similar fashion, they can come back in this game. But I wouldn't be reliant upon it. No way. I wouldn't be reliant upon it. I also wouldn't be reliant on the Titans winning this game either. They are a very typical team for losing a game like this from here. And this is what we said in the Titans-Dragons game. Whoever was leading probably goes on to lose that. This is a similar kind of notion in this one. But I have faith and confidence that the Titans are going to be able to come through with the dub here, considering that they are leading at half-time, and until proven otherwise, I will believe in that. But that is the half-time stats. Blake says, do you know much on this kid who's debuting? Are you asking me the kid debuting for the Eels in Araz Nanva, or who are you talking about? Or are you talking about Adam Christensen for the Titans, or are you talking about Zane Harrison for the Titans, even though I don't think Zane will get in today? Sam says, Titans should win. We have never blown a halftime lead. Well, the Titans may never lose a game ever again, Sam, is the thing. Soccer says, would have been 24-0 if Randall scored that try. You're exactly right. Unfortunately, the pass was a little bit behind him, but it should have been a try. It should have been a try. It was Sam, you're giving me repressed memories. Yeah, get a grip of yourself, Sam. Peter says, maybe Isaac Moses could sign the ref to his management stable. It might help Mitchell play better. Moses for Origin. Well, Moses, this isn't his best game at all. He's had a really, really rough game here, Mitchell Moses. It's been extremely poor by his standards. Like if I go to his individual stats in this game, so where is he? Okay, so through 40 minutes, he's got 4 runs for 27 run meters. He's got 1 line break assist and 3 missed tackles for 9 tackles made. That's not a good percentage. And that's about it. And we've also seen his kicks have been pretty lackluster. He's definitely not on form right now.
That's for sure. Mitchell Moses is absolutely not on form. He needs to be the guy that people expect him to be in the second half. They're going to win this game. If he turns up, they win. If Mitchell Moses turns up in the second half, they win the game. Is what I'll say. As it says, Galvin about Owen Cleary and Moses back-to-back weeks, I hope. Owen Cleary is a crazy statement to take from that game. Cleary had a poor game on his own, but Galvin being spoken about as owning Cleary is insane. Socceroo says that failed try wasn't Randall's fault. The pass wasn't great. It's a bit of a mixture of both. Yeah, the pass wasn't great there from Adama Howe, but Chris Randall should have been absolutely expecting that ball. It's a bit of a both, but mainly more so on Adama, yeah. Misses 25% of his tackles. Yeah, no, it's really poor. It's really poor. I'm going to quickly run off to the bathroom here, guys. It is half time. Hit that like button and subscribe. Keep chatting away in the chat. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. All right, back. We are back. Sam says, entertain us, you here? Yeah, well, I don't believe he's at the game here today. I don't believe he's there, so I'm pretty certain he's home. I think he's sick. I think he's sick, so he may be here. He may be tuning in slightly, but also he's not going to want to listen to a Titans commentary when he's playing the Titans. I doubt it, but he better hope he wins. He better hope he wins. So, Roses, number one would be my guess, more consistency. How many Doggies fans in the chat right now? As this is not a dog stream, why are we trying to talk about the dogs the whole time? Knights vs Tigers game of the week. Next game, Brenton. Should be a good game. It should be a big one, man. I'm really looking forward to what we could see out of that one because I defend the Knights more than other people too. Everyone else thinks that the Knights are going to fall off. I'm not so certain, dude. I actually think the Knights look really good. All out attack. I'm pretty happy with how the Knights played. They could prove me wrong. They could go and fall off a cliff as well, but I'm pretty happy with them, to be honest with you. Tigers, I'm still not quite there yet, but I think I will be... Whoever wins that game, I'm not convinced overall, but like whoever wins that game will go a long way to convincing that they're a more legitimate team. But also, if one of the team goes and gets pumped by 50, then that will tell you a lot about the falsities of that team. You know what I mean? So like if it's a blowout, then it will tell me more about the team that got blown out than it will about the team that won. But also it'd be great for the team that won regardless, you know what I mean? But if a team got blown out, it would tell me a lot about them. BK living that rockstar lifestyle. Mate, rockstar, son. Emoja says, for a long time I was debating whether I like NRL or AFL more. I let the chat guess which one I ended up liking more. Well, you're here. And you're a Dragons fan and you still watch Rugby League, so it's Rugby League. Second half has started here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Jack to Bellin. We'll start with the ball here at the 15. Compare Rugby League with Seagulls fighting over chip. I like both sports, man. I'm not going to get into the back and forth. Second tackle. I like all sports. I like all sports, man. Eels. I don't feel like there's any kind of need to shit on another sport. I just feel like just enjoy it. Watch what you enjoy is what I say. So third tackle for the Eels at the 30. Moses gets it out to Kamatwalangi, and he'll get a good offload away there. Again, this Eels team is known for their offloads, so that's why I was so surprised they were down convincingly on the offloads in the first half. Fourth tackle. Ronald Volkman gives it off, and they're going to be taken down now. Jack Williams at the 43 on fit tackle. Okay, Keanu, you're going to be put under a high ball here. Keanu, get the ball. Yes, he's been good today. He's taken down to the 5, but that's also no protection, man. You know, he's just got, oh my gosh, that's a bad pass. They will get taken in goal too. Oh my gosh, who's the idiot who passed this ball? Who passed this ball? It's going to be a dropout here from the Titans to the Eels. Who's the clown who passed this ball? Oh, JC, bro. He has had a bit of a rough one today. JC, that's really poor, bro. That's really poor. So, big dropout there, though. That's going to go 60 metres. That's going to go 65 metres. That's going to go 70 metres on the dropout. So, JC makes up for it with that. He makes a huge error, but at least he makes up with that one. So, although the Eels are still in, decent field position, that's a massive dropout kick there from JC to make up for his mistake in regards to the pass. Second tackle now for the Eels. Don't give away another 6 again here, Titans. They go out to the right to Jack DeBellin, and DeBellin now is going to be at the 35 on third tackle. Hold him out here, Gold Coast. Hold him out here, Gold Coast. Dylan Walker out to the left, Ronald Volkman, and Eels will be taken down 20 metres out. Don't let the offload come. Fourth tackle, the 18. I'm sure at the end of this set, they're going to get a nice... Oh, Moses goes through, but he's taken down to the 5. Oh, my gosh, that was scary. At least Moses is out of the kicking play. Talon to Silva. He'll get knocked down by Cooper by. Cooper. Forward pass, thank gosh. Okay, so Cooper stopped to try regardless, so it's like it's a bit of a good and a bad there. It's a forward pass, so no matter what, there was going to be called forward. But it's just like we would have given another repeat set there to the... To be fair, he would have scored. So it's a hard pass, and it is forward. It is a real strong pass and forward. So I'm okay, but I just didn't like the fact that we were about to give up another repeat set from that knock-on. At least they called a forward pass, though. You've got to be happy with the officials for finally calling a forward pass in the history of rugby league. I forgot that forward passes, weren't allowed in today's game nowadays. Third tackle now for the Titans. They're going to be at the 30. And Oliver Pascoe, he'll go at Chris Randall. I don't know how. Why are Eels fans calling forward there? The pass went backwards 4 metres. What are you talking about? I heard people yelling out forward in the crowd. It went 4 metres backwards. Fifth tackle. Parramatta fans, you're definitely something. You're definitely something. And now the Eels will get this ball. I know Jay's coming for his first slap on a return any moment now. I can feel it. I can sense it in my bones that Jay is just itching for. What did I call, lads? What did I call? 6 again with the Eels at the 25. I knew Jay was itching for it, man. The Eels will get this ball at the 40. Harry says, go to the Titans. Yeah, get around you, Harry. Go to the Titans, mate. Kelvin Tuolungi brings his ball now to the 48 on third tackle on the Titans side of the field. Talon to Silva goes to Dylan Walker. Walker then gives it across. And Jack Williams, we 4 tackle at 35, sorry. They've made some good meters, though. Kelvin Tuolungi is down, injured right now. God bless him, dude. They go quickly to the left-hand side. And... Nunva Raz gets that ball offloaded, and now it'll be Geimer at the 15. Fifth tackle. Show some defense here, Titans. Show some defense. Dylan Walker, Mitchell Moses. Moses at the back. Quick passing. It's going to go out to the wing. Kicks it through. Oh, no. Ilias. Ilias. Not played out, thank gosh. Oh, my gosh. Thankfully, we've got that call. I don't think he plays at this, but, it wouldn't have been Ilias's fault, but... We're just really threading a thin line right now. We're threading a thin line. Cooper by with the knock on, but also threading a thin line and did right thing, but also frustrating. And the same thing with Titans there. Just so grateful that he didn't call that play from Ilias. He was pulling away from it before the ball even came through. He was claiming it before the ball even touched him that he wasn't playing at it. Second tackle now. It was an awful fifth tackle option from the Eels regardless. So Mwaki Fodawaker, he's going to bring this ball to the 30. Good run there. Third tackle. Titans, you need to find a way to get some momentum here. And this is a great run from Oliver Pascoe. Offloads to counter Kinney. Back on the inside, JC. Come on! Shut up! Josh Adokar, complain all you want, baby. That's a try time for Jaden Campbell. Oliver Pascoe. Oliver damn well Pascoe. Hold on, I got to message someone who loves him. Oliver Danwell Pascoe, baby. Gets it to Counter Kitty. Counter Kitty with another try assist. He's going to get 150 points on Supercoach this week.
He dead set will get 150 points. What a run. What a play. Keanu Kinney follows up Oliver Pascoe after a beautiful run. He gets the pull back onto the inside of Jaden Campbell. And that is a try top of the Titans. 22-6 with the kick to come right in front. 24-6 coming up. Come on. Adokar trying to say he didn't get the ball down. You wish. Shut your mouth. Hayden says Eels top 8. Scott, Hayden said the Eels win the comp. Yeah, where did he not put the ball down there, Josh? Where did he not put the ball down there, Josh? He put that ball so far into the ground that it's ended up in China, on the other side of the earth. That's how far into the ground he put that ball down. Come on. Eels to win top 8. Mo, you're a legend, bro. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships, mate. Thank you for the support, Mo. Nikhil, Shanks Gaming, Weekuv, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce that right, Colm Plays, and YouTube currently has ripped you off of someone else getting a membership. There's only 4 memberships there, not 5. It might be delayed. It might be delayed. Mo's been ripped off. There's only 4 memberships there. YouTube didn't get the 5. Unless I'm missing one here. Unless I'm missing one. Memberships for the try. Get around you. No, appreciate you. So 24-6. Yeah, Nikhil Pumba, get around him. He's always here. Parramatta Dolphins top 2 has never looked more guaranteed. Yeah, I'm going to give you a minute, Mitchell. I'm going to give you 1 minute, just for the sake that I was forced to read that comment. So the Titans now, they're going to be at the 15-20 through Cooper Bye. Good work, good work. He was ripped off. Well, like at the end of the day, I still get the donation, but unfortunately, sometimes it does get delayed, so it might pop up like randomly over the next like half an hour. Don't forget, guys, we've got Tigers Knights right after this though. 32.5 minutes to go here in the game. The Titans with the ball. AJ Brimson brings this ball to the 50. Well, Storm fans, you should be very grateful the Titans are playing like this right now, because you would not be going into the bottom 4 as we speak, unless the Titans went and won this game 72-6. Game of the round, next one, mate. Hopefully, Titans. Oh, Joe Ash gets the grab, but it was a bobble. Seven says game of the round, next one. Definitely. I think the game of the round was Roosters Sharks, mate. It was unbelievable quality. Just, fantastic stuff. My gosh. Roosters Sharks might have been the greatest game of all time, really. Really might have been the greatest game of all time. Eels now to Brian Kelly. He'll get the offload away over the sideline. That's what he does. I love him, but I know you, BK. I love you, and I love you more now. I know that comes. You know why? Because we know him more than you know him, Eels fans. Titans fans, we know him more than you know him. So whilst he can be really good and can be amazing, and he's an unbelievable human being, he's a great bloke, Brian Kelly, really caring, really passionate guy, but he tries too hard sometimes, and that was trying too hard. He's throwing the ball over the sideline. Unfortunately, it is classic BK, Sam, and it's Titans ball 28 metres out. Come on. Put the sword into him, son. Put the sword into him. They go to the right of Chris Randall. Cooper Bye. Cooper Bye's going to be 15 metres out here from the line. Put the sword into him, son. Second tackle out to 15. Oliver Pascoe. Out to the right. Jaden Campbell. JC is 5 metres out here from the line. Come on, boys. Oliver Pascoe. Cooper Bye. It's your right side. Cooper Bye, you big, beautiful fucking man. It's a happy week, son. It's a happy week right now. 30 minutes to go here in the game. It's about to be 30 points to 6. Cooper Bye. Oh, he's a machine. Oliver Pascoe, though. Hold on. I've got to message him again. Oliver Pascoe, unbelievable. Poor defense here from the Eels. And the Titans go over again. Come on, baby. 30 minutes to go. Thumbs up, subscribe. Nikhil says the 5th person who received one may not be in the chat right now. That's why. Oh, true. Okay, fair enough. Oh, so oh, okay. I didn't even know that. Cooper Bye. Hey, by the way, Marcus. Sorry about this. By the way, Marcus Bye. Big shout out. How's the Storm going? He really wanted to dig the boot into the Titans when Cooper Bye re-signed with us. Storm going well. Storm going really well. Seems like both teams in pretty similar positions right now. Not Cooper Bye, Marcus Bye. Seems like they're in pretty similar positions right now. So the Titans will get this kick, and it'll be 30 points to 6 with 29 minutes to go here in the game. Zach Lomax made his debut yesterday and lost to the Drua. Yeah, that's because the Drua are the greatest team of all time. Hitsugaya says, happy to see the Titans playing well for you, BK. Yeah, get around you, man. Appreciate you for the support, bro. It's not an easy team to support, and this game is not over yet. It's not over yet. One more try, I would be confident, because that would take it out to a 30-point game. 24 points, every other team is confident, except for if you're a Titans fan. I just don't trust it ever, but also the way this game's going, we could hit... Oh, we couldn't, could we? We couldn't, could we? We couldn't. We could talk about it, but like we couldn't, could we? Cooper buys at the 35. You think it's going over 50? Bubs, that would be crazy stuff. That would be the second 50 bomb the Eels would have given up this year, by the way. To 2 teams in the bottom 5 as well, mind you. And Hayden did tell me, Entertainers did tell us that they were going to win the comp this year. Chris Randall will get this ball at 25 on third tackle. You can talk about the magic number of 50 because they have hit 30. It's the thrifty 30 you got to wait for. Keanu Kenny, he's my man of the match at the moment. Pascoe gives it to Mo. I think, with all due respect to Sam Verrills, Oliver Pascoe's my guy. He's my guy right now. He's been good when he's been in the team. So the Eels, Adokar gets his ball at 10, and he's going to bring this ball out to the 20 on first tackle. Someone says, you reckon Cooper will start in lineup this season, been unreal to start this year? Yes, but he's also got a fantastic role off of the bench right now regardless. Like, Tino's not getting dropped even though his form's not been great at all. And Curtis Morin came in and was really good when he was on and has been good today and has been good this season. Cleese Haas has been good when he's been in the front row himself, but like I could definitely see Cooper by getting into the starting spot at some point, but also I think that he is definitely a great player to come off of the bench and be a great role player like Connor Watson. Connor Watson is an unbelievable 9, but he's better as a 14. Because he can come on and bring that speed and that elusive play in the game. Okay, hard one to take here for the Titans. Good kick. Faimani drops it backwards. Titans ball. He dropped it, but it goes backwards, and it's Titans ball at the 13. Parramatta fans, what are you booing? My gosh, this team just boos for the sake of it. Shut your mouth, Kitiona Katonga. Shut your mouth. Out of my house, I'm going to smack your face. They tickle. Shush. Shush, man. Tickolo. Third tackle now at the 25. 27 minutes to go here in the game. I don't know. I'm just watching the Parrot team in here, and Josh had a car laughing for some reason. Titans at a good run of the 30 now. It's not a great set, though. Fourth tackle. And the Eels left side is so weird. They have Kelly playing wing sometimes. Well, you've got to forgive the Eels in regards to their backline today. They've had to make a few changes. Bulldogs and Eels fans love a good boo for no reason. Well, the Eels have booed a lot today for I don't know what reason. 24. They literally booed a forward pass before that went backwards 4 meters, like backwards 4 meters. 4. Second tackle now for the Eels at the 30. Michael says I didn't see any knock on after a try from the Titans. Knock on after a try from the Titans? I don't know what you're talking about. There's the good old stereo system of Parramatta getting in the sold out crowd noise. Kevin Tuolungi out to 45 on fourth tackle. If this is sold out, I will eat my own head. They go Dylan Walker out to Ronald Volkman. Volkman now to Kitione Katonga. And Katonga, good run there from Kitione. And he will get a great offload too. That was a fantastic run from Kitione. Wow, they go out to the left. And Nunva taken down to the 25 on fifth tackle. Go out to the right. Joash, you must be the biggest Eels circle jerker in the history of ever, just poker 8. Eels, they are going to score, so it is going to be 30 points to 10 here with a kick to come, and Joash is going to score. Just poker, you must be the biggest Eels circle jerker that I've ever seen in my life. If you are not an Eels fan, it's insane to me. It's insane. But Joash will score. There was a great offload there from the Eels. It was a good set. Peter says, who has been the worst player so far this season? Considering all players from all clubs, Metcalf was poor in his 2 games for the Wars, but I think Fano Jr. has been consistently worse for the Dragons. Fano Jr. has had a lot of games, but there's a lot of players that have underperformed, man. A lot of players. But, yeah, good try there from Joash. Good try. My nephew is Isaiah Yongi, that's why. Okay, well, fair enough, Just Poker, but also it's like you can also be observant whilst supporting. You know, like for example, I will say that's a good try for the Eels, but also when the Eels got their first try, it was awful defence from the Titans. So like I will say when it's not looking good, but I will also support my club and support my boys. You know what I mean? Like it's easy top 8 into basically you think the Eels are still going to win this game. It's like if the Eels win this game, it's very typical Titans, and it would be a disaster for the Titans for sure. But also from what we've seen in the first 5 rounds, and now what we've seen through the first 56 minutes of this game, is not aligning with anything. So yeah, with anything. Penasini has been worse than Flanagan. Penasini hasn't been great this season. Oh, bunker! We love the bunker. Ooh, 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 ooh. We love the bunker. Ooh, 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 ooh. We love the bunker. Ooh, 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 ooh. Offside, he's offside, he's offside. Parramatta. He's offside, I say. He's offside, Parramatta, doing football the Eels way. Penalty to the Titans, baby, no try. Because it says, here we go, here comes the bunker to set the standard in retardation again. Well, no, that was the correct call. He was offside. We're doing football, Parramatta way. Squealy, 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 Parramatta. Squealy, 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 they say. Squealy, 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 offside. Doing football, Parramatta way. Faimani out to Jaden Campbell, off to Cooper Bye, and Cooper Bye gets his ball to the 40. Second tackle. Ryson says the Eels vs Dogs will be interesting next week. See if that Bulldogs performance wasn't just a one-off. Yeah, I agree, but based off of what we've seen, even this season so far, Bulldogs win this game. Like, even this season. But the Eels, if they have, with the players out, Bulldogs probably get some unreal confidence from that Panthers game, bro. Jojo gets the ball to the 33 on fit tackle here on the Eels side of the field. Right, there's one more. We want one more. One more would make me extremely confident. As a Titans fan, I'm never confident with any lead, but one more would make me confident. Joe Ash will get this ball to the 15 on first tackle. Ronald Volkman, what are you complaining about, bro? They are perennial victims, bro. Like, they're perennial victims. They call for a penalty every single time, and they complain every single time, and the fans don't help it. Third tackle went out to 35. Perennial victims, bro. I go out to a good run here for Jack Williams to the 45 and 4 tackle. TVD says Sammy or Joe to score, I think. I hope so, mate. But right now, I just want to win. Fitz tackling out the 45. They go to the right, Mitchell Moses. Moses dinks this ball over the top, and that's going to be a penalty here to the Eels. There's been a take out of a player. Penalty to the Eels. AJ Brimson's given away a penalty here, or is it Mo? They're showing AJ on the screen, but there is a penalty to the Eels here. Yeah, it's against Mo. Oh, like it's against Mo. It's like, okay, fair enough. It's a fair enough penalty. It wasn't needed at all. So Junior Bolo is 9 metres out of the line. I would expect the Eels to score here. I'll be impressed if the Titans can defend. I am expecting the Eels to score in this set. And you should be expecting them to score in this set too, Eels fans. Second tackle now at the 5. They roll it back to Talon to Silva. He'll go to the right-hand side to Mitchell Moses. Moses then off to Volkman. Volkman to Penasini. And Penasini, he's going to be 4 metres away here from the line on third tackle. Kenny had it covered there. Ilias and Kenny had it covered. Everyone had it covered there. Oh, wow, that's a bad pass. But Junior Bolo doesn't knock it on. Lucky. He bobbled it, but he's fine. 4 tackling out to 4. Talon to Silva at the back into Volkman. Volkman then again across to Moses. Moses gets it across to the wing. Over the side. Pick it up, Jojo, and run. Run, Jojo. Run, Jojo. Run, Jojo. Run, Jojo. Run, Jojo. Go, Jojo at the 50. At the 45. He's still going here. He gets this ball across here. The Titans, Philip Sami. Sami. Call it quits. Call it over. Titans, we're going to win the game, baby. Oh, I don't know why I muted myself. I actually don't even... I muted myself. I don't know why. It wasn't the audio. I actually, for some reason, I got so excited I muted myself. I muted myself. Hold on 1 second here. Well, Parramatta. Hold on, I'm going to message Hayden. I know it's early, but I may as well try and encourage a voice message out of him. I'm going to encourage a voice message out of him. He sent me this this photo this morning of us looking to punch on at a Rabbitohs versus Roosters game. It was, we're mates, like it's sweet. Entertain House, champion. 21 minutes to go here. You told me the Eels were going to win the comp this year. You tell me the Eels are going to win the comp this year. Mr. Entertain House, Mr. Hayden, Mr. Entertain House Hayden, 34-6. You told us in my chat here on BKRsport you were going to win a comp this year. I want you to send me back a voice message, which I will be playing on the stream. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. As it says, ready the spoon with the Dragons and Eels fans. Well, Titans, we're going to be jumping above the Raiders again. Actually, hey, Raiders fans, you should be thankful for us as well because we're beating the Eels by enough that you're going to be going above them too. Eels, you are going to go into 16th place. You are going in 16th. The Titans will be in 4th last. And we're not going to go with the Storm. We would need to win by 66, which isn't happening, but at least we've eaten into the points differential at the moment. 20 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Titans may never lose a game ever again. Faimani brings the ball to the 25 on second tackle. And Adam Christensen on debut is in for the Gold Coast. Get around him. I just like that I'm able to sit here and enjoy a game for once. I can actually just sit back and enjoy. You know what I mean? I can just sit back and enjoy what we're watching. I can enjoy Rugby League this week. You know, how amazing is it? It's amazing stuff. It's amazing. Oh, but Keanu Kenny will knock that ball on. I don't like that one. I'm not enjoying that one. Mo says 17th is warm and comfortable for the Saints. Yeah, I'm sure it is. So the Eels, they're going to be at the 45 on first tackle. Big Hammer says, I don't... if I got that voice message, I'd throw my phone out the windows and then running over. Yeah, but we all do this, man. We all send messages like this. Oh, this is Adam Christensen on debut on his birthday, by the way. It's his birthday today. Good on him. Debuting on your birthday. Good stuff. Coming to a lungy. Great run here. He'll be taken down to the 25. He's claiming a high tackle here. I hope he's all right. Jeez, that's not a good play the ball. It's either a penalty or a mistake of the play the ball, really. He didn't play that ball correctly. 4th tackle here at the 20. I wouldn't have been upset with a high tackle penalty because he was claiming it, and he clearly was feeling a bit rough as he was getting up. Volkman then off to Charlie Geimer, 5th tackle at the 20. He'd be doing the same if the scores were reversed. Right then, he'd be here if the scores were reversed. He would be in this chat having a crack. It would be here. And Phil Sami gets a good grab, and he gets out of the in goal as well. Beautiful stuff. And it's a penalty to Escort. AJ's had a bit of a weird game at centre today. He's given away quite a few penalties. He's given away a few penalties here. This was so unnecessary. They're going to challenge us here, the Titans. AJ... What? How are you claiming that as an escort, man? Like, AJ's coming across it. To be fair, he does stand there, but, like, it's crazy that we didn't see this penalty against the Eels a couple of weeks ago against the Dragons. I don't think they're going to overturn this. I think they're going to call this as a penalty. I think they're going... Oh, they're looking to see if there's any high contact as well. Well, I don't think there's any high contact from Christensen, was there? No. No, you wish. So now we just look at Brimson's involvement here. He's looking at Sammy, not the ball. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. Like, Brian Kelly wouldn't have done nothing, but with that being said, it is a penalty. It is a penalty. He doesn't actually look at the ball. He's looking at Sammy and then goes in front of Sammy. And I think BK has sold that, but I also, based off of the rules of the game, all we want is consistency. All we want is the same calls being made. That call didn't get made against the Eels a couple of weeks ago, which should have been made against them, against the Dragons. But with that being said, I know that is that is the rule of the game. So just because it didn't happen a couple of weeks ago doesn't mean it shouldn't happen today. They had 74 passes. They decided to just kick now. Eel Stadium more empty than the Dragons crowd on Friday. It's pretty empty here at CommBank, yeah. So it's a shepherd, but if Kelly got there, it would have also been a disruptor. What are these rules? I know, it's incredible, isn't it, Brian? It really is incredible. And Dennon Kemp made a good point I saw on a clip on Instagram. So it's first tackle here for the Eels. Why is Jaden Campbell on report, by the way? Junior Bolo at the 5 on second tackle. Oh, he's lost the ball. Oh, strip, apparently. Well, we've lost that challenge. We can't challenge it anyway. Kemp made a good point on an Instagram clip where he said, we're changing rules to fix rules that we brought in that don't work. So the rules that we brought in that are so confusing right now are rules that have come in to fix rules that came in that didn't need to come in. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't know if I'm making that understandable. Mitchell Moses. Oh, they trip over and lose the ball. Dylan football the Paraway. 34 to 6. It's a knock on from Parramatta. 34 to 6 against the team winning the comp. Doing football entertaining house way. He's not even going to open my Instagram. He's not going to do it. He's not even going to open it. I can see he's active now too. Active now. Titans not gone. Isaac says, what club do you support? Okay, 17 minutes to go here of the game here, mate. Isaac, I'm going to need you to really think about this one. I'm going to really need you to really think about what you just said. I need you to really... I want you to go deep inside the brain that you have, and you've got a brain. I want you to go deep inside of it. Dragons, of course. And I want you to try and figure out who I support, Isaac. It's literally written on his forehead. So the Eels are 25 metres away here from the line. And now they're back at the 33. Great post contact on the negative there from Dylan Walker. No, Nikhil, I wanted him to think of it. I didn't want you to tell him how to think of it. I wanted him to think of what he just said. Second tackle now for the Eels. They're 25 metres away. They go to the right-hand side. I would really like it to stay 34 to 6. I'd like to see us show this defence. Sports the Dragons. Yeah, apparently so. Apparently my biased Dragons commentator after Friday night. Out to the left, Ronald Volkman, kicked on a Katonga, great offload. It gets out to Adokar. Oh, good scramble defense there from Faimani to block that run off. I thought that was going to be a try for Adokar, but good scramble from Faimani. Great scramble. So the Eels now at the 15. Great slap there of Joash Papali. Fit tackle now 12 metres away from the line. Talon the Silva out the back. Gives it off to Volkman. Kicks the ball across for Adokar. That's a good take. That's a good grab. That's a good try. 34 to 10 with the kick to come. So unfortunately they didn't do too well there, but at the end of the day, we're still going to win a game. Isaac says, oh, because in other videos, like when Raiders were playing, you celebrated when Raiders scored, so I thought you could support them. Man, the way we commentate our streams here is that I am a Titans fan first and foremost, and when Titans are playing, every other team can fuck off. But when the Titans aren't playing, I am an active, passionate supporter of the game. So you will see me celebrate a Raiders try. You'll see me even celebrate a Broncos try, even though I'm not a fan of them. You'll see me celebrate all different kinds of tries because I love the game of rugby league. And I actually appreciate that you acknowledge this because it means that, you know, I'm creating that excitement for teams and games that I don't actually really care about on a passionate level and a love level. I just care about the game of rugby league. So the fact that you don't know who I support, even though I'm currently wearing a Titans beanie, the fact that you don't know who I support until now is actually pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive because it shows that even in games that my team actually isn't in, you know, you're still seeing that excitement and joy out of it. So 15 minutes to go here. The game is 34 to 10 with the kick to come. Sports Carlton. I'm timing you out. You're getting a time. I'm never being called a Carlton fan in my life. Only 1 minute though, Shauno, but you're getting a 1 minute timeout. That is a 1 minute timeout for you, 100%. Lagan says, Isaac, the Titans beanie is an illusion. He supports the North City Bears. You're getting 5 minutes. You're getting 5 minutes. Shauno gets 1. You're getting 5. Big Homie Dave says, Rubber League streamer being passionate about Rubber League. The world's gone mad. Gone mad, Big Homie Dave. Gone mad. Crazy world. But Ronald Volkman will miss the kick. Alex Buzz says, how did this even happen? You know how this happened, Alex? I want you to put your seatbelt on for me. I don't know where you are right now. I want you to walk to your car. And I want you to click that seatbelt in. click it on, make sure it's tight, because it's about to be a bumpy comment that's about to be made here, and you're going to need to prepare yourself for it. This happened because the Titans are never losing a game ever again. They might never lose a game ever again. This happened because the Titans may never lose a game in the history of rugby league ever again. It might be the greatest sim of all time, Alex. It's just really that simple. And it makes me sick to think about for every other fan base. Panthers fans, I feel so sorry for them. I feel so sorry they're not going to experience another premiership, when the Titans just go undefeated for the rest of eternity. Second tackle now for the Eels, the 20. Charles says, who scored? For the Eels, was Josh Adokar scored. Adokar scored. Out to the left-hand side to Araz Nanva, third tackle. Needed Jojo try for 100 big ones. Well, you would have been really cheering him home as he was running from 90 metres away. But obviously, Phil Sami scored that try. Fourth tackle out to 40 on the Eels side of the field. Junior Bolo, Dylan Walker, and knock on there from the Eels. Doing football the Parra way. Oh, you're not challenging this, are you? They are challenging this. They are challenging. Instructions aren't clear. There are no seatbelts on the short bus. You're on the short bus, Big Hobie Dave? I'm so sorry. We haven't won a comeback before, right? Well, we haven't won in Sydney for like a year and a half, by the way. That's just a knock on. He hasn't touched him beforehand. There's nothing wrong with this. This is just a straight up knock on from the Eels. There's nothing wrong with this at all. It's simultaneous contact. Yeah, he shot the ball before the ball's come into contact. Unsuccessful challenge. Interesting challenge. I don't think that Eels are telling fibs there, Cosgrips. I think they genuinely believed he got tackled without the ball, but no, they're just not good with the ball. Newman says, how are you feeling, Blaze? Well, as you can see, I'm pretty relaxed right now. I'm actually enjoying rugby league today. I'm enjoying rugby league today. Cheers to you and a nice cool Coke Zero, son. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, I will be making a post after this game. So the pinned comment, BKRsport on Instagram, go chuck and a follow. I will be making a post, as I always do. Oh, well, you're Parramatta Squeals today. Nearly said Jaredane. Jaden Campbell here. He's at the 45. Jojo Vavita. We'll get up to Chris Randall, and he'll be at the 38. Alex says, life is pretty depressing being a Bronx fan this weekend. Yeah, well, especially knowing the Titans are never going to lose a game ever again. It would be very depressing. Titans here, good run from Adam Christensen to the 25 and gets about 5 metres in the post contact. Third tackle now, come on Gold Coast, score again. If we score again here, the 50 bomb is on. Out of the back, Jaden Campbell, short, out to right. Offloads to Faimani. Faimani with its red game. 38 with a kid to come, baby. Oh, boy. Oh, the Parramatta Squeals. Welcome. Welcome in, my friends. Welcome to the show, son. Welcome to the show. Fame Marnie with the try time. Sam says, people can say Eels play bad, but a team has to play well to put up 40 points. Only 40? Titans at the try time. 38-7 again. Newmaster says, people really thought Parra would be a contender. Oh, boy. What a day to be alive, son. How much is my boy Keanu on Supercoach right now? He's on 88 at half time. He is currently on... He's currently on. That's a double for Faimani, by the way. It's a double for Faimani. 120 for Keanu Kenny. 120 for Keanu Kenny with 11 minutes to go here. Breakout Sports with the slap up $3 dead by Nation. Hello. Man's going to take his shirt off if Titans hit the 50. You know what? I will. You know what? I will. You know what? I'm going to tell Best Sport too so that he can clip it because I know he'll want that. If we hit 50, I'm taking my shirt off on stream. Goodbye. That's the Best Sport 210. Titans will win the comp, Brocky. Mate, you're so spot on, it makes me sick. Like, it really does. I can't pin a donation comment, but it makes me sick because the Titans are winning the comp, Rocky. You're so right. Oh my gosh, you're so right. You're so right. Oh my gosh, you're so right. Oh, argue with it, Para fans, please. So the Titans can get this ball here at the 3. And if you're an Eels fan, like, I know this would be a tough stream. If you're watching this stream as an Eels fan, God help you. You know, I feel for you. I don't, but I do. I will feel for you after this game, not during the game. But just know, you do have excuses today. You don't have excuses to give up 40, which, mind you, you have given up quite consistently this year. You've already given up a 50 bomb so far this year, and you have the worst defense in the comp, and that's across the year. So regardless of the injuries, this is pretty typical. But yeah, it's it's a tough one for you to watch. I know it is. 4th tackle here with the Titans at the 42. But don't forget, we've got Tigers Knights right after this in about 20 minutes' time. 10 minutes to go here at the game, folks. Hit that like button and subscribe. Lagan says Titans might do a reverse card, 50 to 10 to Parramatta from round 1. Well, that would be nice, but there's still 10 minutes to go here. We need 2 tries for that. Papali, he's been pretty safe under the high ball today at the back. He'll get this ball at 20. Titans winning the comp, brought to you by Brocky, supported by all NRL fans. You're right, Brighton. You are. Yeah, Para were favourites too, Casey. So the Eels now will get this ball to the 35. It has been a good performance from the Gold Coast, though. Well, like on an objective level, they've still made a few errors. There's still a lot of room for improvement. But, objectively, they actually have played a pretty fast-paced, good, well-rounded footy game here today for the most part. There has been some lacklustre moments, and there's been some moments of concern, but they've kind of gotten through those concerning moments. They've gotten through them, and they're unlucky not to have 46 points right now with that drop-off from Chris Randall. Oh, that ball hits the grass here from Parramatta. It's fit tackle right into the hands of Phil Sami, and Titans ball at the 35 on the Titans side of the field. Parramatta favourites 2. Hannay Gray's coach full time. Well, when he wins the next 10 premierships in a row, you're right. Keanu Kenny gets away from 1 tackle. And he'll get this ball to the 40. 2nd tackle now at the 40. Well, that wasn't a Brian Kelly pass, was it, Sam? I think that was passed from the inside. Moses has been awful today, by the way. Awful. So out to Chris Randall. And Randall brings his ball to the 45. On 4 tackle. Dragons fans, look away. You are going to be 4 points at the bottom of the table. 4 points. Every team has won 2 games. You haven't won 1 yet. Out to Keanu Kenny, AJ Brimson, locked down to the tackle at the 35 on fit tackle. 9 minutes to go here. Look away. Greatest NRL player right now, Keanu Kenny. So Titans kick it up. Good chase. Papali gets the ball at 10. Again, he's been very safe on the high ball. Greatest NRL player right now, Alex, would be Keanu Kenny. 2nd tackle. Penasini taken down to the 20. Gets the offload away to Adokar. And Adokar's away here. He probably scores. No, Keanu's come across. And they get him down. Ha! Take that. Fastest man on the planet. 2nd tackle here at the 35. It's a great run from him regardless. The Eels will bring this ball to the 22. Get the offload away to Kitione Kaltonga. Hits to Moses. Gets it across to Penasini. Then off to Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly is going to get taken down to the 10 on 3rd tackle. What a run from number 14. Number 14 would be Oliver Pascoe, no? He's so good. Oliver Pascoe has been really good for us today, and also when he's gotten his opportunity this year. Hello there. Oh, no, no, it's not Oliver. No, it's Curtis Morin, not Oliver Pascoe, sorry. It's Curtis Morin. Then he makes a huge tackle just then. Morin's been... Hello. Goodbye. Jaden Campbell with an intercept of 95 metres. Try time for the Gold Coast. Oh, my gosh. They win the comp. Oh, my gosh. They win the comp. Oh, Jesse, we win the comp. Jesse, simply, we win the comp. Mo with a $2 donation. Get on your Mo. Says, let's go, Fitty. Let's go. Come on. Come on, the Fitty Bomb. I don't know if I've ever been live for a Fitty Bomb of the Titans because I've been at the game. When they scored 66 against the Warriors, I think that was our only ever Fitty Bomb. And I was there. And I was there for it. But thank you very much, Mo. Peter says, I want to see Tina score a try. That'd be nice. JC with a 90-metre intercept. It's what he does, baby. It's what he does. Oh, what a day. What a day. What a day. Thanks for that, BKR. Now we are all pregnant. Yeah, well. A lot of new incoming Titans fans coming in. Alex says, you think with Reece Walsh absent for the Cowboys game, do you think that cost them? Yes. So the Titans will get the conversion. Okay, 4 points away. 4 points away. Just so you can know, with a 7 minute, when Jaden Campbell just scored that try just then, I just basically humped the audience here. Someone said, thanks for that, BKR, now we are all pregnant. I just humped the audience here on stream. 6 minutes to go here of the game. Shout out to everyone. JC's captain their fantasy squad this round. Yeah, Jono, but also I got Keanu Kenny in my Supercoach draft team, and he is absolutely. I captained. So I was choosing between Hudson. I've got Nathan Cleary, but I thought he would have a down week. I have Nathan Cleary, but I was choosing between Hudson Young and Keanu Kenny. I was going to back in my boy, but I thought I'm going to go safer, and I'm going to go Hudson Young. And it's worked out. Even Hudson Young got 117. Keanu Kenny has got 120. So, like, I didn't lose either way. I didn't lose either way. Second tackle here for the Gold Coast. They're going to hit the 25. Jojo Fafita, come on, Fetty Bomb, please. Please do it. Do it for us. Jacobs is entertaining us here. He is not here. He is not coming anytime soon. 6 again for the Titans after a knock-on from the Eels. Come on, a Gold Coast Fetty Bomb. Come on. Come on, a Fetty Bomb. Come on, you know you want it. It's tantalisingly close. It is so sexily close. Jacko, by the way, you better not damn well win tonight, son. Otherwise, I blame you for Arsenal winning the trophy this year. Titans get this ball here to the 50 on first tackle. It's actually crazy. Kenny hasn't scored a try today. Keanu hasn't scored a try today. He's got 120. That's how good he's been. Curtis Morin, he'll get this ball to the 40 on second tackle. Come on, Fetty Bomb. Come on, Fetty Bomb. Jaden Campbell, short ball. Bo Firma taking out the 24. Third tackle, 5 minutes to go here. Come on, a Fetty Bomb. Oliver Pascoe, Jaden Campbell, don't forget we've got Tigers Knights right after this. Ilias into the corner, Phil Sami. Spam the fucking chat! Spam the fucking chat! Spam the fucking chat! Spam his son, you fucking Fetty Bomb, Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Fetty Bomb. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Shirts off for the boys. Shirts off for the damn. Woo! Woohoo! Woohoo! Sets up with the boys. Brighton Robbo with the $50 due donation. Oh my gosh, Fitty. Sets up for the boys. 50 to 10. The shirt is off. And we are not putting it back on for the rest of this game. What a performance. Get around your Brighton for the $50 due donation. You're a legend, brother. Oh my goodness me. Give me 1 second here. Imagine being an Eels fan, turning the stream on right now and seeing me with my shirt off because we scored Fetty Bomb. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Marcus Time says, hey mate, just joined your chat today. Was in a bar here in Thailand with 3 paralads. Spat the dummy when I mentioned 40 years no trophy. Yeah, well, tell them again, Fetty Bomb, baby. Get that Fetty Bomb right into your son. Take your shirt off, Sammy. Take your shirt off, Sammy. Shirts off on the Gold Coast, son. Shirts off on the damn well Gold Coast. And he says, go Titans, good to see you guys doing well. I've never taken my shirt off on stream before. Shirt's gone. Oh boy. Where's Poker Boy? The Titans get the ball here at the 5. There's still 3.5 minutes to go here. 3.5 minutes left. What a game. What a beautiful, beautiful game here. Oh my goodness me. It's just so good. It's just so good. Mitchell with the $10 donation says, if we don't get a Chihuahua strip and stream, we're starting to riot. Appreciate you, Mitchell, for the donation. Get around your son. Fitty bomb. Shirts off. Shirts are off. Full tackle now for the Titans at the 40. Big up says we got virtual thrusted and a strip tease today. 6 again for the Gold Coast at the 40. I think I should get a checkup for a pregnant test after this. You should. You really should. Incoming Titans fans. First tackle for the Gold Coast at the 50. We might not be done with yet. Ilias at the back here too. Oh, they're away. Kiana Kenny. AJ Brimson. Back onto the inside. Oh, knock on Sammy. Oh, knock on Sammy. Wow, we have absolutely slaughtered the Eels today. Oh my goodness me. I've got an Eels fan messaging me right now. I don't know if I want to put it. It's Andrew Backhouse for people here. I think it's going to be a sad one, to be fair. I think it's going to be a sad one, so I don't know if I'll put it. Belt to us, mate. 52-10 with 2 to go. If they score 60, you're coming to Magic Round, Marcus says. Bro, I'm in Thailand. But he does is just join the stream, shirts off, hoping his pants are still on. Mate, minute 50 to go. If we scored 2 tries, I can't promise anything. Noob Must says it would suck to be a Dragons fan right now. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I feel for them. But the Eels, they will be going into second last. And despite how bad they've been, the Dragons will be 4 points below second last. I don't know what Tino did to get the report, but Eels now will be at the 30. Royal Grand Majesty says Titans already won up to the Panthers when they beat the Eels 50-10. Titans 26 premiership confirmed. You get it. You understand rugby league, mate. You understand rugby league. You understand rugby league. The Eels get this ball to the 50, led with the elbow. Yeah, fair enough, Jacob. I'm all over the shop right now. I'm just happy that we're going to win this game and win it very well. Keanu Kenny with the ball to 10. How good has Keanu been today? Shirts off on the Gold Coast, son. Sam, as a Titans fan, you better have your damn well shirt off, son. Get a grip. Warriors fans, hello. We play you guys next week. Hopefully it's a good game. I'm under no disillusion about what this game means, by the way, but I'm very happy to see my team getting a big win because we don't usually do this shit. Jojo Fafita brings the ball to the 30 on third tackle. What's the Titans' points differential now? So, plus 42 from this game. We will go to minus 24, minus 22. So we're well away from the Eels and the Raiders. Well away from the Eels, well away from the Raiders too. Duffy's with a $3 donation says full chub is in full swing now, mate. They're away. Oh, knock on Titans. 7 seconds to go here. 2 seconds, 1 second. The Gold Coast will win 52-10, and those beautiful boos come out and rain out at Parramatta. The Titans with a massive win. Massive win. Eels fans, obviously, tough stream for you to watch. This would be brutal for not only you to lose the Titans, but to lose 52-10 to the Titans is just insane. But on a real... Jesse says, I'm well aware your shirt's off, trust me. Oh boy, what a stream. We've dry humped the audience, we've taken our shirt off, we've hit 50, we've won the game, and now we've got Tigers Knights, which is actually going to be a good game. That's actually going to be a rip snort of a game. So guys, we're going to see you... Keanu Kenny, unbelievable. Oliver Pascoe, unbelievable. Whole Titans, unbelievable. Sexy stuff. We win the comp. We go undefeated. I'm going to see you guys in 5 minutes' time for the next stream, which is the West Tigers taking on the Newcastle Knights. Obviously, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And shirts off on the Gold Coast, son. Shirts off on the fucking Gold Coast. All right, guys. I'll see you in 5 minutes' time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. Shirts off on the fucking Gold Coast. Oh, my gosh. That's on the Gold Coast. Get them off.